morning, I just want you to ponder upon this word from Luke chapter 1 verse 37. I said, for the word of God will never fail. The word of God will never fail. No, personalize it. The word of God on my life will never fail. The word of God about my life will never fail. The word of God in my life will never fail. Because he said, now your light has come. Burdens are lifted. The atmosphere is shifting in your favor. And I draw a day kind. I want now to from you. Me say this one and so last week to 3 baby. The catcher was a Nyamia Sama. What come for a brabo? Nyamia Sama, what wa brabo mu? Nyamia Sama edidi wa brabo mu. Hey, and one and you may be before. So lift your head up. Come on, lift your head up. Lift your head up. Who was as a Mwabe free yaba and Mwabe free when Yame Chrono Waba. Yamina and Nano pay when Yani free Kataswa. Nintina Dawman, the Huma Brunti. Oh, me a year. Ye can't tell us what can be. Ne one and one be free aba. Oh, yeah. You are irrevocably blessed. And Apostle Walanyo Kofiagbo, Royal Chapel International Sprinters. As I'm back on the tree, and you know, you are irrevocably blessed. What you say? Let us say, Sir, Inshana, Yamisha that the man for Bino, a moment to me, nay, young for 1 Saint Shana beyond the wall, so Saint Shana, a pum inshira. Because on Yagopono, on Nidino, a sombo mano. At the end, now wabra bonsunti and an idino baba a hubekefi. No. And now wabra bosunti and an idino a ho a babekefi. It is a pam on Abraham Koyano, some pam on Isaac Koyano, some pam on Jacob Koyano, some pam ni Winsrano. And not making one seven. So tell that to yourself that you are irrevocably blessed. This country is irrevocably blessed. That's what's over. You are irrevocably blessed. Hey, Mese Okatechie. Okatechie China. Okatechie Bangladesh. Okatechie Philippines. Hey, Abraham, you are irrevocably blessed. I say you are irrevocably blessed. Mary Jambra, you are irrevocably blessed. Augustina Amashokpa Live, Facebook, you are irrevocably blessed. Mama Bekai, Charles Ollins, Wise, Amasamai, Brahima, Bra Kofi, Digny Rice, live on Facebook, Power 979. My life has come. You are irrevocably blessed. We are live on TVXYZ. I said a medical cabinet. You made as part of your recognition of International Women's Day. Of course, women day. And I draw that another by yourself. But you see, typically, you did done 2 or 1 day, you casa for home, then one no. Sorry, I said, then one my you call Ben Chroma, you now want to see I was sad than no a fashion. What's a you refugee attracting baby? It's in the next day. You say, sir, International Women's Day, of course, on our career. Yes, you are twice a year, so we can. Practically, it is to be an honorable Victoria Nema. Back to back, and something in our Omode Bramo. The second of Oriata, Watre Krata. Obia Yasu Yade and Yadem Paso. Watre Krata said, was it? Was it? The way you know, said, I didn't want say somewhere across say special prosecutor so Johnny. No, you're fugitive for your friend say justice. No, you wanted man. No, you wanted man. Was it the way that I wish you know? I was able. Hey, it when you're that time, and then I tell you about so. Her Excellency Professor Nana Jane Obogwajuma akasa fa mampuntuo ewo my Ghana ne wiase afa na nyina yebete de ka yebe baba sansem ni mo yeriso atwenyambo a Dr. Kasiel ato force obekọ Ghana mracho bedwafie we mracho bedwani dada na so obekọ mracho bedwafie obetam ne che na wo sha ya na obi ehu so e finance minister sa che no obehye so so kura bag na che se obaba present budget but they said you see mira bi no assess bio obi akai Bawuredu omo say no Bawuredu was one of the best finance ministers ayenya eti ye wusa onabo atofo nam makula drum no ne makula dwadifo etwetwe nkomo no bise biso mo nsem na bi ka twom se said ye no mabo ne si kwosoro ha ye pa ebi mu se dollar no munya bibi mfa ho obi kra de ohu atofo se say Muhammad na bu ha kameka che ne se na to kan say onu anu asoma me. So we're going to get into that conversation this morning. Our Dwabo Ase dwumadie is for Power 97.9. But said yes here na dan nche bia. The bunker table say we the best of say. My light has come. Me say mama me ato force in video no. I rise and shine. Yamobio. For your light has come. Na yesaba wu manim. Victoria name na abahu nanim. Video na ready ayanko.
Fellow citizens, we can reset our economy. We can do this. We just have to be disciplined and understand that the short-term benefits we gain today has a long-term consequences on our future. Let's do this for Mother Ghana.
Your Excellency, the recent reduction in T-bills alone is saving Ghana about $1 billion, 1 billion Ghana cedis. That 1 billion Ghana cedis can be channeled to critical areas of the economy. And clearly, we need to take steps to reduce the borrowing and also reduce the cost of borrowing so that we'll be able to channel the dividend to support our national development. And now move.
Okay, so these are the issues: reducing borrowing, reducing the cost of borrowing. Is that about I can't be don't my Ghana so no? You free. Well, many man my crowd, HB Victoria Baba Jacunyana. Said the Victoria see warm up and what touchline on and then they take free. Now, you and yes, answer that map of my church echo. I crowd on a very beautiful, blessed Monday morning. And Nanajone Amapoma mention me catch them. You are irrevocably blessed.
Amen.
Irrevocably blessed. Not just saying
Amen. And yes, Shakatwa.
Obiaya
We are the
Kalayana Apostle Walanyo Kofi Ase and Rasa name true. Irrevocably blessed. Umbe na pedi. Abraham the any view. Papa now ni no need any.
Bra kwame.
Sister Avenue. Anyway, ya ko da mo nkrata ni mo nsema do pay na. Ehwe said ye no masi ko. Mo kasa ba yira metima yira.
Oh, yeah way.
Me yira ya no madani nema.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
Aresma my home achieve you na masese buguso amoni e ha said ye bra kwa me aka na International Women's Day team a special edition of Dwabo Ase anope do bonkrata nsem no do no am en wata se dia ba ma me fa the Ghanaian Times the bonkrata me fa no nhase e o the bonkrata nsem mo anope na ensem a watintima bonkrata yi mo no se we ya bakosem wo chese we are first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa say KNUST NS don bi waye diagnostic tool a yede ehwehwe dipadua mu na yehu no hawa hodo ya ewu mu enti wo hwa watwamfo ne dia beto ha sei ya ene wode ho asem wode abana ayi yaye ba ko efre no ulcer bruli ulcer mu hwehwe mu kwan ye befa so a yebesi ahwehwe mu ne ehunu sede yade ne sitie ne ba bia hyehye ne ne betumi ayade abo atu ase ye no ho mfidi ahodo ade ye adwuma no na KNUST obi ya onim de watumi invent saa eye ade no a yede betu saa na mo na we de so bi ma da bibremu a ebibre mu fam ha eso bi mada we ni de di kan kra ya anope the Ghanaian Times ye wokrata no edi emu asem bi aba ye wokrata kro ye mu education minister Yewura Haruna Idrisu ena wono nso so kasa wa he no de ato Indonesia man no anim so madama wo mo emehwemwa na Islamic Medical University wo Northern Ghana wo mo emeboa emiensi wo ho na wo sa kwan so ntia na monto bi akoso ene nkisa odi bi akoso wo sa kwan so ho adesre ene Yewura Haruna Idrisu ede sa ensemwe ato edwa Ghana mampani Yewura John Dramani Mahama mane ne se na watwi mu awieye okopie mu wo amaya hodo ebembe yen na woni omukodi nkisa ho nkra ne se okọ Mali ene miamia hodo ho nso so dwumadi ahodo a na wo ho no wone wo mu wo ho ekokodi na pani kwa se de Ghana fo ye wo Mali ne mia hodo oboje ne so na nya asem keto akra eno so ho asema no pen Ghanaian Times yo bokrata no edi emu nsem bi edi abani afoforo bi ya anope krata yi ebo emu amane.
All right, Nanadwa.
Memfa the Daily Graphic the ubokrata no ento aswa na photo sound for ato force ni mfonyi eda ha no se yenye nim se nyame ya adom a wo chena o my Ghana ya kohoma sika no wode emu nsem ebekọ akwakotu dwa chese wotisi form ene makola edwadifo wo ho ekodidi nkomo ene eno aso abefo ntenten fidie yuso ese ne pani behwe woni mebro no nso di nkomo yi ani nyina eboa no wade adwentra hodo aboaboa se de be ya nyame ya adom a wo chena budget ne kenkan obi a ebenya eye ne chepa ewo mu no obi meka se yanka maso ye ho asem emeburu no wagemadwe nkyere na adwadifo nso wakwa akwaje wo mo edia eye the Daily Graphic the ubokrata yi ebo eye emu amane wa hanom sei na trade minister enso ehye eye Ghana Standard Authority se eye cement factories ahodo ewo my Ghana mu a cement a wo mo ye no chese ne quality ni nisu no omo nkrosi ni nyina down ewo my Ghana mu a chese the Daily Graphic the ubokrata no ebo ensemwe emu amane ena no pesa so na Amenfiman Bank yese wo mo awonvele eye sika eye 500 million a eno no eye collateral free loan a wo mo de ma eye small medium and small scale enterprise
enyuma nkuma
for no ntino sika wo mo de hye wo mo emu no bosia collateral free loans
onfa bibia beto so eno ye kana say awo na say
onfa bibia mesia wo na wo mo edi aboa ama wo mo sunyuma wo mo die no etimi akonkan tini nse we ni afoforo pina the Daily Graphic nkrata na no pe wonsaka bia ubenya ni nyina nkyeremu akenkan
Mame Father Chronicle the Bokrata nto aso no pe watwamfoni ahodo de ato enim ha se no se Nigeria kidnappers mienu ya na no wo masempie court wa ma wo bill no terms no man ntumi amiti enti wo muguso a wo mpanifo nsem ho asem no pe the Bokrata the Chronicle edi mu asem aba na ahwe soro a na o se Sky Train ne ho nsensem no o se de baabi eduru no nya asem ketwa enti anope wo fa the Bokrata na bie ko mfimfini ho no mo a wo de nchemu no nyina wo de aba betudwa ewo ho na ye hwe ni mu se nyame ya adomo a Ghana photo samfo be barma hye bedwam na wode o maisi ka 7 ne ntoto ye ho nsem abetudwa enkomodi de bebre na akoso na anu wada nso ne di Independence Day wo krom ha na unim osahene
enye afenyoma
nkukwa kiti minority leader spiritual minority
opam nkukwa kiti
na yesi na ni abre parma se bedwam nya asem keto ada yi a NDC abane so omo de omo na omo mpe 11 nti omo metwem enso 11 ho mfaso dia na omo de Independence Day enti na ni abre a chese
this problem
na o se ade a mo so mo mpe de ada na ho process mo ni go
de hu say 11 ye de koye Independence Day
but you see no you address issue we said your o makote no opposition a omo de Ghana for adwen edi agoro Ghana for bumi ahwe yo sometimes omo ba bonti no mo kasa no mo ha omo ani a obadwen se wo kanya nsasem bia
ana wo ka no kwasem bia
ana wo ka no kwasem bi obekom so hwili tise we se wo se 11
sikaya de yesi
o buy so bo sa ban si o ompe 11 o heti 11
of what dance die bra
the whole process na eye Independence Day.
Oh, challenge this is the
political
from what dance die bra
and you fa the Worker Chronicle page 2 and 3 e ho na asem ni nyina ewo
wow memfa the Daily Dispatch the Worker no ento aso said the minua poma kan ye no Sky Train ehun sensem no Jogate mfonyi da hanom sei na ochire mu a wose wantwe sika biya esombo American dollar no 2 million amfa ama yes found it scar train
also when
sika biya esombo sa
some catch NIB for no
yes
okay
it no na chese emu ensem
ti say ya ne no the flower no be you one
no nya fe na abeko tete biya
ya it when bia one dey twa ye
ho na asem ne wo no
2 million na when dollars
no question mark ni say no twa ya hwan twa ye
where is our money
na won krata akro na mu Daily Dispatch mu no na mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wakasa na wochemu a wose mampanyin a odi kan wo my Ghana mu Dr. Kwame
Osagefo
onse yetu na ban eguye wose enhwehwemu a ede di ekire se Central Intelligence Agency
CIA
no ewo US mining no womo na chese womo share
also over the weekend no some international media outlets including Deutsche Welle or more yire or more kind sad news to say asebe obi nyanko be
na no mu bi obe pushi na
have a push am say o ma ye free and obu biem no bu ba be ye
a chire mu
enti no wo na na chira te so mu tu nkroma aban no etugu ye enti na chesa no pe the Daily Dispatch the ubon krata
enya no kra mo be kan say
enti e wa ha ye hwe mo enti bra kwa me no pe ya fancy ya ho
family Victoria name and see na that ho bra
me da me ho aba
o ba na dia gudie mo say oh na kam mo say me dey ayame ya sabra ye wo social media so am for the Bangladesh for gusu ide aye hu pa
oh that's a
Bangladesh for the China kwasi che ho a wo tie wo hwe fi China
basura
so na dey gift your worry at that NIB I share over the weekend the business no pay say na no mamu sit here ne ho ye de bibia bokọ de mo ma ni nsuo ni aduane bi de Ghana ye de Mr. Umpo operation recover all the loot ni zuzu anzo na boboba and some ye ba beti in the coming months wrong aye de Mama me honorable Kasia to force one more time. Yes, and tear the bio. And San ya dia gudi omun sema bremo. Wo Dwabo Ase power 97.9. Na Dwabo Ase. Ama po match chekumi da ase.
Mr. President, fellow citizens, we can reset our economy. We can do this. We just have to be disciplined and understand that the short-term benefits we gain today has a long-term consequences on our future. Let's do this for Mother Ghana.
Let's do this for Mother Ghana. Edwadi for so mo hwani say no mabo beba form. Emabunu no say adwuma no eno ana hia ye. Amafo so kasa for mo rent. So munya yanka maya shemra sa 2 years 3 years 1 year advance no etu atwa amafo nsem ka basabre ebra so ye dia gudie mu nsem bebere mo amapoma checheku white crowd or the passports ebremo International Women's Day edition amapoma ma chira bibia boko de
Nyame adom bi abako na so e.
Say what you do. Nyame na da ro ku boko.
De nyame ase.
Na enra ka kete akama yu ye di nkunim. Sa bo na ka ye wura po ni ma sa ese pie ba no. Ye ni asra for ma na mu say no. Problem dey. Bibi kurem.
Sa hu.
Cause esa ko share ya. Kalis ye 2-1.
Ene ko mo ni.
Na ke ko ma 1-1 there. Ya bodro
mo team na nkasa no
man you know
o beg ye ma me be ka ho asema me ya against it ya ontu de ma me ntwa so
And yet never had a pay.
And some baby ho. Yeah, they ever so much for near her for a good year with some more. Yes, I say. Yo, I was for my car baby Emra a good year with some a higher job was to me so now no paying some to do no and I buy a day and mammo Yami Adma Ochna or may to sound for Dr. Casella to force the BPMO and shape the Jafina. Ex so and Uncle Mochichi Biacoso, Amo dead in Yamahodo, Yawo, and the sports community na Yentian in Semnibia or de Etuja.
Of finance and sports. I think the minister responsible for sports made the same agreement the last time I met him, and so we may consider this in the medium term, but currently it is not on the table, but we may consider this in the medium term to see what we can do for sports. But regardless of earmarking this revenue, we make some significant allocation to support sport development in our country. Because you can see that sport is going down by the day, and so there's the need for us to, as much as possible, make the needed allocation towards sports development and cost of living crisis.
I was trying to wear Dr. Casella to force him or no a Ghana for some funny at this what didn't say me to giant twice so I call the black satellite a Boboko no and 20 na abede just say one more echo compete a 4 nation tournament Bekoso Morocco Nyame adma match was made there toss dun so the cuisine there toss so num e wafia emuna we beboa ama woma boabo mo ho said e Total Energy and 20 African Cup of Nations e Bekoso Cote d'Ivoire no won betumi di ho ahyemu na sa game no ya schedule say April 25th to May 16th and 18th. And I want to na ebekwakugo na Morocco tournament Ghana won't be Morocco can ho na fe 2 other teams in so e ka ho e bia beboa ma technical team a wo mo na edi sa teams ahodo nyina echi no wo betumi asese players ahodo a wo mo de wo bebo sa match na boa amia hunu sedi obi a ho odin sitie na breso ne de ho kohye sa match ni mu bia etumi aboa pa ne senti amane ne se wo bebo local matches ahodo ya wo mo ne clubs bi ti se Accra House of Folk Cafe Nations FC ene ade na de ebebo ani e was akwan no eso na under 20 African Cup of Nations ye hwe ni mu se ebekoso no Ghana Group A ena yewo ye ni Cote d'Ivoire Tanzania DR Congo ena fe eye Unifac team ya wo mo so eka ho ebie na ene wo sese a na ese Ghana yakoye nimpa e was akwan no eso ye hwe ni mu sa na 20 this time round no ye betumi asai apem akọ yenim yet technical team the Black Princesses here what my Ghana mom one more penny pa Charles Sampson one also so I invited 29 players one more ever training camp no ma ba shabo said ye na Ghana Man Soccer Center of Excellence and no prampa me ho no mo ba na wo ma be sa training no 2 weeks scouting and screening session ya ebekoso na mpanifo wo mo de ho hyehyeye de egu akwaso na camp no ese o hwe ni mo se obe monitor players see na watumi a build wo mo said ye be ya wo mo team de be very strong na ebreso no mo kwa na 20 FIFA World Cup qualifiers no a wo batumi de wo mo ho ahyemu bi na aboa amane manyina nso etumi akoso kama ne ato nsa de afrem panifo ahodo bebre ya wo mo ba na wo ma ba behwe amane manyina nso etumi akoyie Tottenham Hotspurs wo midfielder Blue Ballet entry ono wo baby sanso na AFC ladies so penifo fi ho no mo a wo nyina eba abeboa amane manyina nso akoyie ye free sansa no so konsem foforo emu Sudan national team assistant coach wo ho ye Ignatius Osefosu na ne wo de atodwa wo chese Ghana ye player kese pa Mohamed Kudus ya wo no okọ West Ham nso a wo forward wo ho se ye mana kwanya ese African teams ahodo woni mu a so obetumi start the man national team bia ye we bibre mesan so hwe ne modem mu a ade ekọ ani mu pa ne nsem ne bia wo de tudwa eni.
Are we saying Kudus is not good? Tell me a national team in the African continent that Kudus will not start. See, I had a player, Mohamed Issa. He stays in England. He used to tell me, Coach, I don't see Jordan. I don't see. And anytime you talk about Jordan, I'll tell him, see me. I have a very good relationship with Jordan. So when it comes to Jordan matters, I don't talk about it.
Assistant coach was Sudan Minimo Ignatius Osefosu and Canano Afame Yensha results and Afe Premier League table no said ye see a tier table no eswa Asante Kotoko ena Wamoda first with 37 points Sansuna Bibiani Gold Stars Tosso with 37 points House of Folk Tosso Miensa with 36 points Sansuna House of Lions so Tosso 9 with 34 points Mediama FC and so Ejina Movie with 32 points Sansuna Nsia Nations FC a woman so 32 points Eba and so on my Bichem FC, one more 30 points. After Brekum Chelsea, Etoso and Watche, one more so 28 points. Ye free almost so a Holy Stars, Etoso and Chrome with 24 points. After Young Apostles and so Etoso do with 24 points. Sabates Etoso Edubako with 24 points. Vision FC, 23 points. Diana Stars Etoso, 22 points. In Shachemai and Sujinamubia, one more 21 points. After Dream FC, and so Twaso Edunuma, one more 21 points. Karela United and so 18 points. And after Legon Cities, one more Tosso Edunsom with 17 points. Lions, Accra Lions, one more Tosso Edunwache, ya one more so 16 points. You know, and the Ghana Premier League table, no say, baby, Ase Etiena. Yeah, share results Libya by over the weekend. So, March day 23, I can see no M1. Accra House of Folk and Young Apostles. Ena Edikobo and we are chain or Master Camino, Eddie Guamo HM, Kumasia Sanecorco, and Legon Cities depem, so we are chain. Now almost was a Sakamino, Eddie Gu Legon Cities for one more HM, Karela United, and Basake Holy Stars, the Bueni, a we are chain na acquire Tipem Cro 1-1. Ya and also Ewo. Mediama and Bechem United, the Bueni, and Menus we are chain 3-1, and at Mediama Forces Saye, Eddie Gu Bechem for Martin and Vision FC, and so any House of Lions, the Buenia, the Korea chain na Woma Genetipem Cro 1-1. Chelsea, Brekum Chelsea, and Accra Lions so almost the Pimeni, a Korea Chena, Brekum Chelsea, a show Mokamiansa, Ama Womatimo Bako, Bibiani Go Stars, Sunny Nations FC, the Buenim, we are Chenia, the Kaba Aquasha Nations for one more Actinem Dreams FC, and so near Diana Stars, the Kobo and Niwiachi, Nesse Ubien to me and Fatana, and Totni Yonko Edium. In Shataman FC, Nisama tested ye, where any say, and a sa game no, Ebe Basweno Chin, even who said ye, and Yema ABC Acco. Na ye no more. And a Kumasia Sandeco head coach Prosper Nati Ogum, a year or more match in a chino. One is central for Kasaya, or chair a year, dear Wunia or match anymore.
The league, the 5 weeks break has not helped us. If you look at the team today, we were not that sharp. We didn't exhibit that pace and speed in our play. I mean, we weren't that sharp in our build-up, and especially our creativity in front of goal wasn't that much, and the chances we had wasn't also chances that we should have missed. So to me it has had an effect on us, on the team, but then as we play some few matches, I'm sure we'll come back.
Way I prosper Nateo Gumono, I Asante Kotoko head coach near Ten and Canon watching Legon City's assistant coach Said Adinan. One also chair DNC and Rantiano, woman to me and share Kumasia Sante Kotoko, our weekend matcha, a course anymore.
See the 2 goals that we considered. This were not chances. It's not like Kotoko played better and they created chances and they scored.
All right.
They are goal scoring opportunities and they are just goals that comes without creating the chance. If you look at the distance, Ase stood and shot and got the first goal.
Yeah, the first goal.
It wasn't a chance. It was just an attempt, and unfortunately it's an error, because if any of our defender closer or midfielder had closed him the space, he wouldn't have gotten the space to shoot.
It's way a Yera Said I didn't want to Legon City, so I assistant coach now. Yet was Abdul Rahim Bashiru, one of your young apostles, also head coach or the 2 year chess, a house of folk game no one more boy a show mummy or send a house of folk better than them. Miss and say Senkaye Kappa and uncle more chances same. One bit to me, I shall go sleepy.
You need 3 things to execute the game plan very well, and player performance, and little bit luck. And today we didn't get any one of these. And as of were better, very better. Even they had a decent chances even to score more, 2 goals more, you know. So I think we have to go back and prepare very well.
Rahim Bashiru, young apostles head coach, no, you're watching head coach in so the House of Folk, Abubakar Watara. Now, also the Atuja, ya watches and Quasim in Rantiano, one also Ebo Jumapa, na one target, no, as so one also Ninsa Mwaka.
I can give you this reply on the 8th June. Let's just talk on the 8th June. And not that tough game who are coming. We are prepared ourselves to meet that good and nice team, the Dreams. Don't forget last year, Dreams played semi-final of Confederation Cup.
Abubakar Watara, one in the head coach at the House of Folk now. Karim Wayo a fan ewo Accra House of Folk now. One also Kasai Wabra, woman a young apostles who we no more share one more a camino.
And no ball what the Ukraina Bono. Adibakwa has blessed no more. Supporters in the good football.
to a tell good football no say M1 no o change the Intaraka Kuna no buy or for was a friend Intaraka Kuna or Intaraka Kuna be say first go near Charlie Lamonde na second go near Japa Jopu Boluba nan the ball like Granabono me fast they league ready yeah first.
And way a fun at the Macras of folk Carib Wayuna and one match at toss weekend between a class of folk and after young apostles Limona Bede just a Ghana Football Association. One more charge a class of folks, a woman violate safety and security regulations. A Hodwa, a ball a Ghana Premier League match, no, and home a by Ghana Football Association for Chester, a club Nebrichi Article 8E of 2025 GFA Enhanced Match Day Safety and Security Protocols. Afe Article 34 6D of 2019 Ghana Premier League regulations in one and until a trust ye train womo aso na amanebo ene se womo ema kwan ma obia onye accredited unaccredited persons ema woya no ebemu ya womo supporters ni ade eka ho bia womo susu se mra ne hye ya hodo womo de ato se ade ye bambo e wo ball no emo no haso fokufo ebuso ne senti ena ya charge womo ntia ma womo akosi ochina match bo so be da ye toso eduba akose womo responded to charge no a ye de abo womo no nya sa de ne potential sanctions wo say ye de ebema wo mo a eno nso ene ensem ya ewa ha na ye ko eye amononi nsem a ene nsem bebre na na atodwa ewo ho na yemfa eye European leagues no yemfa eno ense asie ewo eye amononi ensem no bar ansa na ye be kosa ensem no Chelsea manager Enzo Marisa wono nso so akasa de afa kwan ya Palma one trainee within 48 hours sansana womo de kwa kosheme sanse na oyare fever and diarrhea na nsem ni bia wo kan wo sansem ni mu no yentie
call yesterday didn't training during the night didn't feel well. And the reason why he didn't train yesterday is because he didn't feel well. So this morning he woke up and he asked me, I want to be in the pitch because I want to help this team, this club to play Champions League. So in the last 2 days, he was completely out. Fever, I don't know if it's something I can say in English. Diarrhea?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I say that?
Yep.
And Italian football, yeah? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So in the last 48 hours, he didn't train. And he was very bad with the fever and this kind of bad feeling. But this morning he asked to play the game, and this show how this player they want to bring this club where this club belongs to.
And where Enzo Marisa ono na oya Chelsea manager ne tie so de sansemi to dwana Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta wono so akasa de afa draw ya wo Man United for de ekobo eni no na ne nsem ne bi ya wono so kan de fa ne ntia draw no enie.
I don't want to say that, but today the frustration is that we haven't won our game. We know the urgency, and you're obligated to win every single match. You want to have any chance of doing that. I don't think it's the right moment to talk about that anyway.
Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta no na Manchester United and so manager Ruben Amorim wono so reacted to enra match no wonom eboye na nensema hodo wono so kan e de fa ne ntia ekowi achi wo mantumi anhya Arsenal na ebo draw no ho eni.
I think he step up all the time. Sometimes he can show some frustration in some moments that can hurt him more than anybody, and I understand that. Is that frustration he wants to win? But he's also always available, always there to play in different positions. And when we need sometimes a goal, a free kick, an assist, he's always there. So I think he's a very good example. He does some mistakes, that's normal, but he's a very good example.
Awushawaya Manchester United wo manager Ruben Amorim ene yete ne Canada yefri so ayanko Tottenham Hotspurs wo so manager Ange Postecoglou wono so akasa dia fa die ntia wo ne bomb of match ne kowi achi na akoye etipenkro obi ade atena mienu ena ehye ne dem ne mrante ne modem a won eboye ene se dia match ne si koen so chemu.
It was a different kind of struggle for us today. I mean, Thursday night was just there was nothing like us. Today there was a different struggle. Bournemouth pressed really well. We were really sloppy with the ball at times. We just didn't take enough care with it, which allows them to sort of pin you back, and didn't really allow us many opportunities to get further up the field. So that made it difficult. But
Abushawe Angie Poster Koglu no Hotnam Hospice woman manager any it is one also the Sansemi to Jaffian call a European top league no said you see at English Premier League said the resource no at any Tottenham Forest woman Man City and a decobo any reach no match Man City a cabako ama woman to me ante Brighton any hover beyond woman so the cobo any woman Fulham for and a decoach shares reach no match Fulham a camino ama matimu a cabako Liverpool and Southampton for and so the cobo any reach na Liverpool woman share Southampton a camiensa Emma woman to me at Timobako Crystal Palace any Ipswich Town and so the Kobo we are Crystal Palace a show more a cabaqua woman to me anti Brentford any Aston Villa and so the Kobo and we are Aston Villa for a show more cabaqua ya woman to me anti beam afe Wolverhampton Wanderers any Everton for and so the Kobo and we are not woman so abo etipel crow 1-1 and so hon name Chelsea any Leicester City for the boy and we are Chelsea show more cabaqua woman to me anti Tottenham Hospice any bomb of 2-2 afe Man United any Arsenal so ekwaye 1-1 afe yenko French League nimo emu na ehonso say na ekosiye Toles FC womone AS Monaco de Kobo ni 1-1 afi Stade Rennes for so any Paris Saint-Germain for the Kobo ni ewi China PSG a she wo kanan amomatimu ebako Lille OSC any Montpellier ensuso de Kobo ni wi na akoye 1-0 was saa match ni emusanso na Olympique de Marseille womo any RC Lens enso de boani ewi RC for sure womo kabako ya womo ntumi ante match for ekoso ya eno nso so Stade Brestois womo so ni Angers de Kobo anim 2-0 FC Nantes any RC Strasbourg enso so de boani ko wi na 1-0 afi Stade Reims any AJ Ozeri enso de boani ya no so ekoye 2-0 afi Le Havre FC and afi AS San Etins enso de boani ekwewe na ye 1-1 and afi OGC Nice enso so any Olympic Lioness enso so de boani a ye no so ekoye 2-0 was saa kwan no eso ye call Italian Serie A no emu a ye no so eye Cagliari ene Genia Fonso de Boani kwaye 1-1 ho Parma ene Torino de Boani kwaye 2-2 Como ene Venezia Kobo ene kwaye 1-1 Lis ene AC Milan de Boani 3-2 afe Internazoli Interlazion afe Monza enso de Boani kwaye 3-2 afe yehwe Hellas Verona ene Bologna enso so match na ekoye 2-1 Napoli ene Fiorentina enso kobo ene ekoye 2-1 against Fiorentina for Empoli enafe AS Roma enso de boani ekoye 1-0 against Empoli for Juventus enafe Atalanta enso de boani ewiache na Atalanta for Juventus for Ekanai ama womo entumi antisanso na SS Lazio womo ne Udinese for de boani okay no so match no ebeto dwa enanwumre nonson na saa match no so ebetumi atoso ya eno ene ensem a efri yagudie mu nsem ni mu ba beto dwa ne yehwe Spanish La Liga nso a ye no so match ni bia to dwa ama results no say na etie RC Celta wo ene CD Legans nso de kobo ene yekoye 2-1 Deportivo Alaves wo ene Villarreal FC enso de boani yekoye 1-0 Valencia CF na fe Real Valladolid nso de boani ye no so koye 2-1 afi FC Barcelona ene CEO Osasuna enso de kobo ene ho results no de enya emeto dwa eno nso so ene ensama hodo ya ewo ho afi ye hwe animu se Espanyol wo ene Girona FC enso ebebo enanwumre no nwotwe enti we ene nsema hodo ya atodwa ewo yagudie mu nsem a ene ye de abesom ewo Dwabo Ase dwumadie so medine amapoma checheku sweetie bye why are they me am who some why are they say easy
na yes this year's scheme International Women's Day accelerate action say you know be ma Kwame Menka asset pace no
yeah
emele odinakonya kese e dia ma e ma wo Ghana
pepepe
titiri me ne wo ene ya ma me Teresa Awuni na yes sister eye Barbara Asamoah say ne yes ye mra ni bedi djuma
pepepe
e wo Dwabo Ase na say what family why in a kama pa
ye de nyame ase
na Chelsea no omo ho de
omo she ho
me team no
o team ni omo
me team Chelsea
eh me yasa was her team no because Chelsea fo wo fia ha de me ni omo ni nya nan kra
we de me so me
ni omo ni nya nan
na me so next time no ma me update
Chelsea enkoye ti wo de ya be join Real Madrid and na the real team no why be join the real team no
ye better say na yakọ medical adam ho adi actually for mo sompa hema Victoria Naima Abdullahi ene me mo ba betwetwe nkomo wo Dwabo so na ye won se bebre wo honoma ene de betudwa wo call Parliament International Women's Day ma dodo na e kan sem bebre e fa International Women's Day ho ufi ho so a ye ma me Professor Nana Jane Opokwajman, the history maker, the first female vice president of the Republic of Ghana, and also Edin Sembi Etudra or Kempinski, a hotel weekend here a tree and in some ahudo bebre papa Dr. Ato Forsen so I etuanamo ako a jom ene ema akwakodin komo entino ye call eye ekojin kratu yi ne ba ye bedin komo bebre e dia fa ndema mabobo si
So there's some look fast. Mama, me again. Let's go yale. Me quite do my unity. Mentiment sent my friend doctor when I'm crossing over. See what we swear. She has malaria. Malaria. Oh, what is so with the router? Me copy the absences. A drone a friend router mixer. You come and ready a draw. And running so Gaf trap and the draw Dwabo Ase Wabo Ruta mixture abaso Ruta natural products no ne Ruta mixture ya de kutia a treat Ruta tonic and the Ruta life for who a feel is like the bunny a fin pedem that's supporting immune system Ruta de Obiase FDA agi jeje krato yatu
Hey, why fish some you would know it? And many who say I can't want some. Who can papa see ya no baha, none in Nasa Tataya, or Casano didn't Sakatana no. And but we didn't say Papa.
Matilda Mokanina, Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsules at aroma, and I'm a pomodressa.
Wow, why a nice Sankasa, Spanish garlic mixture, and then the capsules. And Yama, why you come apart?
A woman bought your dear for Sunday with the Pedrianum. Now a boss as a bro, I want to chew hypertension, a tick or restaurant, will be a charge of 10 temper. Gas is yam e makra amania muhunu ma fichi kromu nyina atuatwa obu akra wadware wie no afa na ho ya ne hene
enti asono Spanish ginkgo capsules hana
Spanish ginkgo eno de ye nnuanu nura watwe free ginkgo biloba ene soya oil mu emma wadwemo so da ho
Martin so say yesi eye anti aging and ma good retentive memory
na yeto ne hene
Antec Herbal Center for ene ayi enye na pharmacies chemical herbal shops eno an sem wofre 0266 11 41 11 apemfu abato mo manufo no kwada wo ne mfedu mienu enka ho FDA aji edwedie krato yi atum
Nfitiasie no me kunu eware wo odro ene asumdwe kwanso ya wawe na chi no me kwachu ba hotel pop pebi say be sepeo What a team for so crown na maye
bibia wo nyankopon sem
ekoba ne san me kunu antinase
edro botum waje wo ye edek SM bitters
Wow, any gia befi. We na me de yem Bible. Edek SM bitters. Timase mama me.
Sa wa warrior mu eni je bewie wo paya. Na sa wumpam agrodie abaye akona.
Na ye kamfo Edek SM bitters.
Mrs. Wa oye mi yo nyina monno me no. Up one time. Edek SM bitters. Wedi asama.
Hey, oba wa fa yefunu. Ene oba oma ne ba enufu enum bi. Wo ye bema na wonya 18 na wontumi enum. FDA agi edwadie nkrato yi
SHS 1, 2, and 3 admissions have started at St. Andrews Senior High School, and I have good news. Have you finished PEC and not been placed in a school of your choice? Do you want to rewrite your WASI? Have you been posted far from home? Have you been placed in a day school but you prefer a boarding school? Or you have not been placed at all? Don't worry, just hear me out. Your best bet is St. Andrews Senior High School, a grade A SHS with excellent facility and a wonderful teaching and learning atmosphere. We offer general art, business, home economics, agri science, general science, and visual art. We are located at Accra, Asinfosu, New Dwabo Ase, Dunkwa Ofin, Takrady Shama, Mankasim, and Seshi Asawenso. St. Andrews Senior High School, we are always in the lead.
Missy Menanum, a group bassa, I've been proud to be doing Lenu.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow, na yes, sir. A room may be crana, me bano timide, or maybe gumi so weekend.
Hey, mumle,
memre. I don't think I'm catching say, Yano, Medi, garlic capsules. Posun, a basis so come. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well.
Medi, garlic
capsules. Yes, Medi, garlic capsules.
Oh,
Medimosis garlic capsules. What Mamoja dini paduanimu efrusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona hoden. Ubenya edroyi bi ato omanyimu pharmacy store freye wo 050-349-4885. Edroyi enye mamofra enye ndi fie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Medimosis. Wunni how FDA ajijwe di nkratu yi ato.
Ampa asemi edika na hwan ene beye hwan ene beboa ema yaka ho asem mini obema be kame ho ewa hasamri enunti ye ba be ye mpensempensemu ewo eye ensama ho do a ene ye de ebremo eye International Women's Day Saturday na I am say ye di International Women's Day no na that it is saying how was the mood?
It was great.
Me
personally abribia me hunu say oba ekosho no na ye mani kan yi pa if he says wo hwe ye fiefie mu ya wawie mu ema ne mema setena abribia no ema ne hwe fie bebre pa emema ye nya yi sika ne pe yeko and etoda bi kura no a ema na esen ye yi sika no no masen ano wo fie enti se abribia mehunu se oba ekosho wo ne kese yem ni bibia mu no na mani agi yi pa although Emma ni bi wo a wo mu konya sa etumi ni wi a na no so etimi aya asem foforo anopa before obeba na me ne kwa me di nkomo wo Belgium ye nyina nim sa abrochire so ko Europe America ne those places a wo mo ade ehu hi o mo kane eye mofra aba maso efi maso a ekomoa so asa na akobema so enti bema eni sei ba ko sei kra wa abrochire and omo nyina ye black so na oba no aso bemenum wo hwe ne kon a video na nya good see ebeyi me yesen ka me de better platform na ma hwe se ne kon be ya no
Germany any Belgium I see
yes
okay
na said oye be ma no
the grandfather akwala
abayu bi
na oni no
what I say odi amano na all video de onye ne papa you say nitino yes ye nuamanum said ye memene day ye International Women's Day na ye fe kama na ye nigie ye mu biye de hwahwa ye ho si ye behunu ye yerenom ye manom say omo be sorry omo be gina omo na so abibia meka say ma ya no masem ye me ya bebre bibia si a ya no said omo be defend omo kra sometimes say na dey it say empower omo na so omo timi duru ba bia e be bo omo ne omo behunu ne omo be ye at any point of giving time ya na ye nemo sa to me ni be come on sa Montomo was to be a man.
Now, Usha, na entity ka ho. Ma share a near who do I coso or mabra bomo. Any suban be I mabi edanedino. Na entity and pempino entity and ka ho.
Entity play major role, if not Nina.
Yeah.
Entity be a say mammy are making what the phone number ne baba about your kitwa. And no video on video said the all bonne papa say
the grandfather.
The grandfather.
Yeah.
O video said the all bono. A day no chere about you.
That's the point.
When you know the Bema or bet me treating say
wrong.
Are you getting my point? It's no femono. And no now ben you be me can there be a say to the be who be an if you sent it be a me femono. A beer me who is any pan when you're sent it to you. And until I'm an abanasano. Until near my baby or entity.
Yo, Parliament, any machine be form. Eka International Women's Day once and some. And until you better videos now, MPs nibi in Semnibia, they had to say about International Women's Day.
Okay.
This year's theme of International Women's Day is to accelerate action.
For affirmative action, not just women actually, it's for gender.
Emphasizes on the need to expedite action.
The theme is to accelerate. If we don't move, our voices will not be heard. Women, now we've passed the affirmative action bill. What is our impact as women? What are we bringing on board to make it work? We still have barriers in front of us, but we are still climbing the ceiling.
No one can make you feel inferior without your consent.
I'm looking right to you in your eyes, telling you that you can make it. Being focused, developing your capacity, and believing in yourself that you can do it.
In your little corner, brighten the corner in which you are by working hard.
We have Vice President, who is a female, so we have achieved something, but still, we need more women to come out. This is the time for a woman's voice to be heard. This is the time for us to bring up a girl child. This is the time to reach out and make women heard everywhere. I wish all women, from the farmer in my village, Obrache, to the fishmonger in Senya Breku,
Abesu, Afiamai, Amobole, Tantra, all the women in my constituency. A happy International Women's Day. I stand for women.
And I'm in support of the Affirmative Action Act.
Accelerate action for affirmative action.
Let's accelerate action for affirmative action. Saying somebody be a new man be kind also brighten the corner where you are.
Yes.
Now and one and I yedi hon komo. They say baby awo bia no tete obani ye e wo kwan paso. Send the baby a obeko bia no benya the confidence na ono so etimi e dey brighten the home. Yeah ma me Teresa awuni so or say this is the time to bring up the girl child. E bejina kwanya so na ya ma ne yakọ. Ya mami ni nua ka baby enu nti no na ene ontumi emeka ye ho nti ye mane shedding na sene na ye guso aye di nkomo fa eye mami a ana baiwe ya na all mishandle ni grandfather ne papa na se fa se na se
yes
kwan ode ne fa so na otumi se eye awehu ye pa say Obabesia, as young as she is, you know, not what taking that step, you know. And sometimes me who say nipani bebre or mental health issues. Say sometimes we overlook within the confines of our society. And see, maybe when you say Women's Day, I course I celebrating, we need to understand, you know, in terms of women, how they feel. Eye enema ekoso ema bra bomu or baby o honoma oko through eye eya obi mu and also oko through abuse bi won na ware mu and even society nim kra na owo no oko through e ha obi mu now so obu ha onye obi any din komo because now in their natural state no or your introverts into ontimi nkofo eni nkomo enti na nsem ni bebe show mo so sa na the mental health issues is anxiety depression na a do point we young share in ya. There's a bipolar ne other mental disorders be ababa befra. And I think say maybe I will say ye sorry na ye share. I say can I think say you are an advocate for women.
Very
and
well.
If we have more men like you who can help us. Okay.
And the way I'm a person, me bring you up. No, no pressure, no nothing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, me person want tiasie, and so that obane be mantem. And they said the only be mat na. A kwanye was ofaso. Obaba, ubetimi ama, obabetimi ama bem ewiase japade nyina. So we mu bema na bibi ani ho be
enokwe.
Enti Bible no kra kan sem yinu pe. O se Bible okunu do yire. Bema ohia oba se obekọ akọka kire bema say I love you. Ohunu. But said the obebu no. Said the one ne betena. Said the obejeje no so. Said the obekrokro no no. Ofa sa ne ma no say odo.
Yeah.
Na ono so the odo e se na koma ne mu no. Ai den adedi no de akyerew. Enti emma de said the make no. Eye ti ye pia wom. Say Shakukudro Omenya, a Maomoba Parliament, Yenya first vice president in the history of Ghana.
Right.
Wababe Oba, Wababe di Omai Ghana so. Ababe daho. Aya Bakosem Kessie, Ebin Sida. Bipacho de Meka say, say, Vic, why? When your Sakukudro say, who's betima by vice president, Ubetim Crab ye president. Amana ye. Ninano, a modernable.
In fact, only been a memaye with Kwame. For him to, say or did na konya kesiye.
Yes.
Ebe mama. How many journalists omedi say jumano. Now for so you can say gender parity, no.
Yes.
Now say he is also, doing his best in his own way to alleviate women in the regard na fighting for no. And I think it's a good step, and we also encourage other men out there. Say no sorry. Na yenka
anymore that is a complete statement. A man anymore.
Now, maybe sounds me. Difficult, no. Send I na offer so. Quite best soon I offer so. Etimi any omutna. Because a member be or na like comes and send be say or baby or difficult or baby or honor just say na sitting ding. A quite bang na offer so. I also timini a massa.
Very well. Debbie I can say ban relationship mo. Say yentna. Adia edikan ye wase go bi biara enhye no so enti ase odo enyini o obi betimi ahia ne ebi asikati obi obebo no wadwene be so wodo no oboa eye sa comfort bi a wahuni se obenya won nchen ba woni nipa ne kwotena wi a se de one wo betena no ene be ma wodo enyini woni mo. If on that note, quickly, no share in Sambia, a Professor Nana Jane Opokwajman, a Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, in Sambia or Danedi, a International Women's Day, a course so a Kempinski Hotel, Miminda, a Chemi, and Mr. Mo, young share video no.
Ghana, International Women's Day is our day. This year, it is being organized under the theme Accelerate Action. We do not only recognize the profound contributions of women in every sphere of society, but we also affirm our commitment to breaking the barriers that have long hindered our full participation in the nation's progress. Ghanaian women are the backbone of our families, communities, and economy, of course. Whether human trafficking, domestic violence, accusations of witchcraft, and the resulting instant justice, child marriage, female genital mutilation, or sexual violence, all of these demand our sustained action. The affirmative action, act now beckons. We all need to make good uses of the opportunities in the supreme interest of our country, of our women in particular. I don't believe it is only a matter of counting, although that is important. The counting must go beyond the numbers and translate into effective policies. I'm very happy to report that this time too, we have placed the supply of sanitary pads in our manifesto, and that our current Minister for Education
Honorable Haruna Idrisu, has taken immediate action on it. I suggest we sustain public dialogue on our achievements as well as on our challenges. If we stop denying, if we stop pretending that our problems don't exist and they surface only one day in the year, we will not be on our way to confronting persistent issues going beyond debates, one-day celebrations, and rather launch into effective action. We must choose to end all forms of violence against women and girls, in whatever form it may take, in whatever rationale we can profess for it.
Yo, it's for a insema a course so a Kempinski Hotel, a Mimlinda, a Tremi, and His Excellency, a Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor J. Nana Opokwajiman. Obrimpong.
Yes,
what
Victoria.
in Semni Bia Mame editu Jano?
Yes.
Or about the female genital mutilation,
yes.
any abuse,
child
sexual
marriage,
violence, and all that.
Sexual harassment.
Yes.
A high margin.
Right.
A semi huna. Nukreni about me percentage means me specify, but Emma Komu or Majumemu. Emma offices or my Juma. If they tell you sexual harassment that sometimes a course or a yard, but almost me meka. If it's okay, we'll be losing a Juma. Ye betageno. Ana we kura bibi say ye say no wakoka say wakoko ye say omusuro ehyomu ye say ye bie atum na nka o ka bibia ensia ensem anka be pie wo man Ghana ha no de America no tia say e wo say embo ema ho ban enfree sade no
away from offices no
yes
oba even your political system
yes
ema echo through sa nema we bebre ema ene oba kra no a politician otumu say na aware kwa ho ayedin
yes
de owo aware mu so dada no na aware no so aye bibi de wo ho aha iti no sometimes me tina say na medwen ho a yeah me feel say you can't about International Women's Day.
Yes.
These are some of the issues that we should talk about. Much as we have some of the women throwing themselves about on the men. We also have men. Our position who say, Ansana may be Biamao, and Ansana Memoa rising.
I just said,
I was telling you, BB and Sana Mamoa rising. Then I bet me, I had their fat name, a cost. If you say, very worrying.
I idea back one, I mean, we pay a man who knew your mope. Woman who knew your mood enough for. Hwɛ wobɛtumi ahyia ɔbaabi wohwɛ ebi a ne fie ɔtem bɛrima ɔne ne wɔ hɔ sika anaasɛ dade ghetto boy bi hyɛ baabi a ɔno ankasa na ɔyɛ adwuma no ne kunu no deɛ ɔde na yɛ ayi kɛkɛ no
there's an indiscipline
what did they make a choice na say ɔbaa wɔ kunu a ɔhun so ɔwɔ kunu
yeah that's what if say bɛrima ne so ntimi and function like onye near was so
your how address it. Me pacho de make an what you say. Your how me e be better say our rejaye nye. Obi obeka cho say our rejaye ye. Oboa. Na nso wontimi ntina de nso be kun hu wawareyem. Me pacho sa ne me wo hu sonsono ye de mo na. Our rejaye enye da emboa wo bi ada. Na nso wontimi ntina ware nso be kun because bebre afa ware ho awu twese wo ko psychiatric hospital wo Ghana ha na wo tie case se wo ha e fa betimi awaresem
empa
e ma bebre e mema bi mu awo muti sabre
asai you see my main issue no women in politics
yes
na ye me main issue no hia me pa fi say you see yengina being women activists
yes
in politics no a lot of maybe a higher barrier
yes.
In terms of acceleration, in terms of the
yes.
Oh, I am not a barrier amao. I am pimpi no we be ma catch me. A day and a me aye, a diabwa ma. without having to, ask for some of these favors. And yet, Nick Kwanso.
Yes.
Because Oba worry for.
Yes.
Or your politics.
Yes.
Or as far as Oba konenim. And in trying to move forward, na barrier na esi hono eye bema.
Yes.
Into the barrier now has your friend say a request.
Yes.
And as a barrier no conditions. What's all the
scratch my back, let me scratch your back.
And in corporate governance,
yes.
Niama bisa ekoswa sometimes your explanations to it. Maybe another day become was but me can't in our political system.
Yes.
Where ebia to me anyone some. What am I saying? And I say even in the government setup on the crown, say a position be an appointment you can make her. Me who say ya dear Obani betimi ya jumano. Na so be na so itimi dia boa o mine.
Yes.
I don't see why.
Still now me Gina ho say your body politics me ma wom no mu share this sexual harassment ne whatever no. E man nyina o na so hunu ne o mo pe. Wo mo hunu wo to me e dikita wo mo. Mom just give it because me pe position way. Your papa way. Anna say me kohuna obeti me man position no. Oh, share mo hotel share me wa ha.
Bebe so enkosiaga.
What did they make
after all those ways so enkosiaga?
Money hunu.
Dia me mesre yeah most of our men are the gatekeepers.
Yes.
Say omonhwe.
Yes.
Now omon build ma omkuta potentials.
Very well.
Because as a man ya mama kwenya bebre. You see when I was reading the history of women's rights activism and Shasienne, even almighty America.
Yes.
As at 1848, now it's a mommy and sebi compare baby to a restaurant be almost any and they say sorry now yes you me come massem if you say na women's suffrage a ma to a background na ding see a ma quiet ding to aba na say ma quiet man to aba how then would they even have a voice to speak on issues?
Yes,
because voting system then determine nipa a person obedi or minus so na sankoba ne sana say man to me to aba na say man me say kotenase extra krata be document or friend or the Declaration of Sentiments. It took 72 years for America to pass this into law.
Very well. The angel said,
a member there 6 years. A member started World War I, almost started some agitations. Within 6 years, now it's a member 72 years.
Yes, we are say a member. Niema bebre ase ti ye papa nom ye nkunu ye mbra nom bi de besi bi anti wan ka sa wo ne ukunu wo ha na wo bra wo fie kra na asem bi to a udwane no akofre na ba me ba cho de me can not say there's nothing wrong with that. But also ye sexual harassment no one say me gina e mass pa the men will always come. Remember no abri bi o mo beba but wo oba wo nchen no
wo say bekitimi aka say no
wo gina wo nan so a kire ne say wunimnia wo pe wunimnia wo ye.
That's true.
Enti say adwuma we na me bepe wo office ya na say wo se anu nti no say bia wo ne me ana wo fe mame a me da se mame nko say e ma hyase ye no mususu ma ewiase ne hunahuna wom no mo ma ewiase ne ma say bia bi ne mu penti say wo tie sometimes dey yo mo kom no mo ye just to get them one oboso be phone me na me to bia me hu niema bi a na me su omi mu especially if I'm at home. Mitimi su Vic because said the ye be shen komodi ni some catch or say a ma bebre in the kutefie. Woman the chefie, woman no ma efie ejina. The American watch say, Entino was say ye peja man no mo yekese at the same time mo nya o mo pe. No mo nyina o mo nan so. Mo ma ne man foforo wom. Ah papa yi hwe ne ka, hwe ne fie. Oh, what can say? My men can't go down. Debbie, it doesn't work that way. Say, Mokoso, yes, sir, the mom for Sadia. And yes, I bet you my yarn of it.
Yeah. Yo, say, Major Quenya so now, Yako, your next issue, say, Finance Minister Dr. Atufosin, Nanuya, Okasa about reduction of T-bills. It was say, ye SAV Ghana or mine Ghana. Your video be or Yenko, na Yenko Tiemonsem.
Your Excellency. The recent reduction in T-bills alone is saving Ghana about $1 billion, 1 billion Ghana cedis. That 1 billion Ghana cedis can be channeled to critical areas of the economy. And clearly, we need to take steps to reduce the borrowing and also reduce the cost of borrowing so that we'll be able to channel the dividend to support our national development.
It's here for about Shamima Muslim, a deputy presidential spokesperson at the presidency or a year line so abeka ho e wo nkoma ye di e wo dwabo so. Honorable Shamima, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Piame.
Happy International Women's Day. Oh, Ase. You're for every Hey, that's nice.
Yeah, welcome to the show, Honorable. We want to talk about International Women's Day and how far we have come as a nation.
Right. So, Yona, sorry, can you hear me?
Iwona. Chabi na yellow tree.
Tree no me balance.
Me balance patcho pa.
See me we say Ghana Happy International Women's Day. I think on Saturday you commemorate the International Women's Day under the theme Accelerate Action. Where the clarion call is that there will be institutions via government, CSOs, media, individuals, families. We need to accelerate action towards greater gender inclusion, women empowerment, and representation in our national life. Your Vice President, Professor Hamid Opoku-Agyeman, hosted event. It was a very beautiful event with different women from different strata of our society. Say every day should actually be International Women's Day. And we shouldn't leave only one day to say, yeah, Kika, Mba wants them, because Mba wants them there. They be or what they be, and I agree with her. Said the issues of low representation of women in our national life and around the decision-making table, no. I was saying, 68 years on, you shared the history of Ghana, even preceding, our independence. Women have always been part of the political organizing. In fact, CPP for Bekacho say, "Ne market women no, no more ye jumading, edisikaba, organize your for protest ne hunkika ho." Ena Emma CPP enya nkunim na omunya ye ahead of the 1957 elections no. Enti wo hwa obia entimi nka se mba yehun here. We are sure say that is not the argument at all. Obiara obebisa no, there's a woman in somebody's life that is partly responsible for the achievements wenya in life. Nti wo say yen progress now I have to say you're making in terms of political representation, economic empowerment, no. At the end, I was saying to achieve progress faster. Yes, started the 1957 Parliament with a number of women through affirmative action. At least 10 women went to Parliament, apart from those who also contested elections. And then you count 2025 out of 276 seats in Parliament. We have roughly about 41 or 42, with one still in contention. And NDC they increasing the numbers from 20 to 32. MPP reduced more numbers from 20 to 10. But effectively, and to be increasing numbers substantially, which means that I need to be different through affirmative action and other programs to promote and support women's political participation. The African Union and UN benchmark of at least 30% of National Assemblies should be women. No, within the next couple of years, we will not attain it. We will not attain it. Over Interparliamentary Union, or one can say, countries that do not attain 30% women representation in their national assemblies, no, you better remove your status from member state status to observer status. And see, there are lots of challenges that we are facing, but we celebrate the resilience of women, the hard work of women. we celebrate the fact that the Oshe Ghana women remain the backbone of our informal economy. Informal economy is the backbone of our Ghanaian economy. Over your agricultural sector, women still form the bulk of the labor on our agricultural field, producing food and feeding the nation. Oshe reproduction, women are still bearing the greatest brunt of reproduction, of carrying pregnancies, of giving birth, and going through all kinds of medical conditions, just so we will continue to, provide labor for the sustenance of our society. So there's a lot to celebrate, but there's still a long way to go in attaining parity.
That's true. Okay, Your Honorable Yeda Sepa na Prof.
And okay, the one my honorable power, me to there and come in honorable, sir. MP.
If you're honorable.
Madam Samima is fine. Thank you. Bye-bye.
No, Honorable, the last question, please, before you go. When Prof was speaking, she was talking about trying to translate these dialogues into effective policies. And, Osha, say, baby, I drew any acquire His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abine a NDC. Wait me a position a madu dwana key positions be a the government mono. A quite ben so and I feel say a man so ebema omuni acquaint a nimu send a bay ebema effective policies are yamami a cane or a babym. Quite ben so
yes.
I say a bit me.
I am past say Oshe or Mampeni John Dramani Mahama now by now. Would me who say or you're very committed to amplifying women and young women. Osha CEO appointments are why deputy CEO appointments why committees are what set it up. Communication officers are almost taking different roles in different agencies. But to draw a cajon. So to whom much is given, much is expected. An opportunity for all of us, women appointees, apart from giving us the first female vice president of this country, which is very significant. So you're in that position now. The next thing is impact, and impact. What do we do with those positions so that next time you see more, your real examples? So because say, and because Mbemano, you're more position 68 years, baby, I am, but the only be the same in terms of your head start in life. Me and embracing the same liberties that person, is living with. They are already in a comfortable league. More and more struggles to get the place around the table. No, you cannot say you will not work hard to prove yourself, because every woman needs to always work twice as hard to get half the recognition a man will get for doing the same work, not even in the same way that the woman will do it. So there's a challenge.
Honorable,
and see if
Madam Shemima, me patrol na afenyo marking say ka sembi. I think about 2 weeks ago, my key statement on the floor of Parliament say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama gender inclusion or a man percentage enye enough. Patrol only ni adwin.
I
say a ma percentage now is Excellency John Dramani Mahama allocated to the ministerial appointments enye enough.
I say yeah, promise 30%.
UN benchmark no.
30%.
Yes.
And I manifesto, promise 30%. So far, Oshe, the appointments that we have made across border. No political party has had such wide range of female appointments.
Right.
And Kenya afenyo marking benchmark na edi ejuma. Ya promise na ya to Ghana mbano enu na edi ejuma. Ena Mampeni John Mahama wasebo say by the end of his administration at least 30% female representation in national life. Oba Ateni. So far we are around 24%. Who combining all the appointments he has done so far. Appointment be brave, committees be brave, beba, board, eba. And by the time we are done all that, it should be taking us closer to 30%, if not more. And yet, Yashebo Ghana for Yabebo Moding, Amity, ye promise no. And ya friend your mark in any party, ya more say, Omo Bam Benya running mate, Omoka say, Omumbano, Omuntimini Juma. And yet, a friend your marking, Oslo Usuka say, MPP for Omumbu Mba, was our party no. And you know, no, Beba, Obeba can say, Yenye Adia, ya can say, a day and you say, yeah, breaking major glass ceiling for the women of Ghana. So on to me, more say, bonfire say, MPP for Musubes, into the next election cycle, no more amplify the hard-working women in their party. They should follow the good example of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and amplify the women in their political party.
Okay, honorable. Answer now, Bekwe, be patrol. Nkwanshebe na odebema ema a almost pese obura politics mo na emomu esro aya akwansidi ama o ba bi wo ho no ma osro se obey politics a ebedi na tem anase ebi ana na ware asei anase ebi ana ede ohaw bi abre no na ebi aka ne ma den na obetimi aka na nkwanhye sembe na obetimi akache ema sa.
If you see nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you see baby obey be a challenge room and your politics in Kwan. The Jumaya media Jumaya oye be our new challenges. Bebre ewo beboa doctor ejuma problems room nurse ejuma problems room ejuma bia ewo ewiase mu a ewiase ayewo imo. There are challenges and to me fa ehu and show mu ebra nim say what talent or passion or love for public service. Ye meka cho mu say nipa ene ebeye utu ye nipa and for ehu no then build those strengths and build the thick skin because yes, men can't just say easy. They be obeka at the back, obeka social media and for to me and approach you umpono. Omubaba social media ababe ya fight. And chisano ampa yana mo ya no ya mfantari wechi ona ma obia yo she no ya ye say they be antari wechi o de be ye nkuto e asra ho awon wire set na wonam na wo ye we dwuma wo ko enim no na omo ti ho na omo kasa nso wo de wo ko wenim wonim de eda wenim entimeka said there are lots of opportunities for women in politics. Numbers also. These are the right times for women to jump into politics. Obebanso amumba NDC party na just say omo commitment to women no. It is par excellence. Nti obabia odwin say ope politics ayeno mombe join NDC na nyina yen kambom na yen reset your mind na yen push Ghana na Ghana anya ne wo ntuma pabi Afra because Black Star of Africa dear we are rising and we need the women to join the politics and work hard and excel in it.
Yo nkema ebejina kwenye isuni adawase se oma ye America kra minim se adwumadi eda wanim esopaye nanso wetimi amnya adaje e de amaye nyame sha bebe ibaraka ya gada.
Yo baraka.
Okay, thank you. Yo ete for ye nuaba Shamima Muslim ena yete ne nka no ono ena oye deputy presidential spokesperson ewo the presidency. Yo yeda yenuaba na se o se ma nyina mutie no oba bia wo pepa se wo be ko wanim baby a wo fo se struggle bia wo a wo ne mema na ekopem so no ko na de beka bia no fa ye nkuto nasra na oho enye fefefe. Yo ete for ye be call the next issue ye papa ato forcing the finance minister I'm saying the next 2 days. Obeka Ochina. Oh okay, 11. I see.
Ochina.
The time in days is a corner kosa. Yo, you know ye papa ato forcing and you who said sorry last week. You also call a pro.
Yeah.
Ewo market. And now only a dream for eco din kita home. I think so for the first time no.
Bibi says finance minister
yes.
Market and a ready for aquacodin como what be so my gentle saying a near more tono crown air coso nebuono ejina be ejina and as a cosro then no says I buy no a year more a bit me a mom one high a woman gradio and it was amazing so we see and comma omni finance minister dear a bit more crowd show more facial expression said you know my even seeing the finance minister alone and my bed in be an pressure be an warm so a woman no mudina a free honum and I think it's a good step and measure say and penny for one more did that as a hold on as I bring moody jumano adia a year finance minister Dr. Cassiel atoforsen or ye no woman you know be be almost biaya one more done one who say a man for near Breno between a bear woman. Now, if you're Macco tea and come on, I want to something in our woe. It's Mammy back could be cried or say, Adio Babetono, a born baby aqua could or call you, and you bet me out to be. Besides, say, nay, saying 1,750. Are you getting my point? Now,
Mammy required and also Uncle Cancer job.
Also, run or smammy, or run or smammy, Timabay, the Amuba can be ano. And then I make one of my cockatcher a year.
You could say a moon seven cacana, Yemra.
Okay.
Man, via some markets. Business a woman, and I'm a man to Tumpong. But the business in a shake ya. Ma, Jumana and Kodo.
One was standing on my way in China. Maybe I must say dollar cost. Yes, we are in the dollar of Ghana. I had the cities. Missing Mamma, me, Namu, Namkacha said, yes, it means to about that.
On one of us, Mamma, 7.
Wait, when I'm to Abaman, me person black. Into your pamucho.
In Ghana, our price are lost because of the dollar. It's never to me stable. Every year's price now about now the local markets and the consumers in Switzerland they have. I've been problems in the face.
Yeah, my first problem this year means me brand and I'm making out this year.
What is the problem?
The problem was the price has increased. It was 1,350, but now it is 1,750. Just 3 weeks.
Just 3 weeks?
Yes.
From 1,350?
Yes, 2,750.
2,750.
So I was returning back. Because
wow.
The way now, the price I gave it to them over there. And now that it has increased about double, I can't afford it.
Good. It's good to see you. But that's it.
Send your kind or say, you have a part at force in the Nimte and then the Honsofe. That's some of the things to expect. When you go directly to some of these women, the excitement alone, you know, the fact that Obi Ohokwana we who know TV so, but this time around no wabeno, wabechian in some a finance minister okay.
Crazy. One also a year similar to
another fine,
yes.
Economist.
Dr. Cassiel atoforsen and so far all year. Now me see Dr. Diano the way I was just here now 1 year now what the meaning said if the pressure was ready for so I am more.
Obrepon yankotie Mr. Aaron Kuma.
Okay.
Oh yeah, economist and senior lecturer University of Education Kumasi.
Okay.
Yeah, send ye near Manisiko Koy and on or see it me no and no a dinkita home a fan home. Hello, Chairman, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Mr. Kuma, yeah, Yamakwaba, Eba Dwabo so Jumedi so. You, Mr. Mipacho, now no Your papa at forcing your finance minister on a maybe a could be in Kitaho, a wojum. Na ndodona raise criticism be at the afaho. Na also I didn't share anything. Ne kwan so no.
That's what I mean. So I mean, na me some small correction. Me lecture I can appear in kind that during the summer na uniba no massive branch no na appear in kind the autonomous university ha.
Okay. You.
Na
ma correct.
Okay, I mean here it's useful. Now see me also. I mean can see me say and can put pan county minister idea is your also we anything. I say I won. If you be ni pana mo. Now you and yema how every yema we mo the moment na every moment ma akos na we o man so ti akos. It is a minister or finance. In fact, finance is one of the most important ministries because the finance needs government to cover money amount of the minister when you are doing so, you can amount for you can no go could be or more and near home people. Na me ye answer, no it is a fantastic idea. Yeah. And to say we can say popular meaning the coordinate. No America travel minister no one said. Oh, say explain represented budget. Explain and may have more represented budget. Which is 11. So the question is, you see how could still get the phone budget to not tell you. And you do and then come one answer by the engineer doesn't cut a 2 weeks. By this time, no one can walk with you, but then I don't know how no, so the other cut the plans to move on budget. I mean, one year my job is a next time. Only intention. The money in content, minimum could have own 10 so the way of preparing the budget. With no factor more ideas, Nina, we have a cinema as a dependent to say, and Paul, so you feel some like him. It will be a Juma. But prepare economy. It's an account.
Yo. Ne person ka Ghana phone so ehu expectations ben e dey any day why economist e dey any day na Ghana phone share ni mu e wo budget a ochina ye kokan.
The mind is here. Amount for no problem. The problem I want to say is here is one mind more thing. The custom one thing. A good thing. And anyone treats you pan amount to a day. You have to pay budget here that can you not the days you say or minus custom I will be custom ama obi it's a be a juma obi ama obi say what to do money and we know say them in the day. That's into one cinema bar almost 6 years almost 2 almost minimum and that's no juma. Almost opportunity because agreement means any agreement means a man commission and I think what we abandon we are not saying at to come or they be a good mind. Who be a thing it is possible to see there a woman who work a cry into the book near Ama near me branch and answer Baba no Juma and answer no use to a meeting and Miss me. You see, I never knew you find a radio, no gun of so fun, to a brother. You see, I send the coolie, and they say, you book me a deeply, you mamma for you money behind.
Yo, Papa, Mr. Wo, your best so every cell bium. Say, Ghana, who share your fiscal challenges, and I say, you see, Cassam, a bambo. Who share, send your Ghana, baby, a year drew, betting tax, I see a bit tremor, you levy a year free hall, any taxes are who do a year free hall. A quite pen so, and also say, Ghana, and our baby, a he, and your beco, near Coco Pessica near the Ababe or my knee.
A tax day, or mine be a notice that the tax necessary. Then so taxing also would give me no pass, would give me panel, was a task we are my shade. No so ma me could share. The one say me Emma me who the sense me I'm a machine. We are saying I will this kind of ni part of this kind of thing. No problem with you. In case I catch me, reasonable. Proportional. And easy to pay. Be out to see the anything. I give out one. Nothing will my mother say. Where my mom, hello. I never come away my mother say. Where my mom, Nipana, Omutia Tasman, Omusa, Omuyaka Trade, and a woman who has been really brave. If your mind is a media, by no say, Mr. A task now, or Nipana, the piano, no, the other tears. And then in India, Nanka you live and say, you go big tasman, among Bia, on kilometers back to go Wendy. Then so the Korean say, and Yakobani said, we live in a quite double relation. Never said me, the leg Mabusuna, Yakinia, Yakinia. Not if you can actually task me, you see me go money, mammy. If we send for money, I'm doing money, mammy. Jama, you live with I've been far away from a month and just if you are a buyer, that is a only we never say we need to apply Yana for infant people. If you want to attack the other people, if you have no impact on where you channel the hygiene until you are here anymore. Or the Sakaeva Batasman or the tax for the back. Abwama. Obi ana only graphics ni obi ana ne kasa utiesa obi ana yehwe na yin computer ni bi ni etini akọ ni nya de wa ka bracket no no me tie bi ebi ja de ebeba no obi ni e bi die saban yi wa ni phone ni tu se aban ni tu then so only phone say on tin fata sisi bi aba enti aban ba yehwe le bia tax bitus any jinwa advocacy bia and I say any double position. You know, a very unconscious media with bia. That's what you attack me. Now, by a conference, no, Jimmy.
You know, me patrol, me per se, yes, Sansu, Ebisa Obium. A year, or share, send a mai be a Casao Jom. Any in terms of Niama Moton, or share the way now. Or more complaining obi ho can't dollar sem e wo market ho because omonema omo to bebre na ni okotu fini ho no ono so e na a determined price ha ono so beto e de fini chain na okwa ono so akoton the the retail person the end user e den ni ekwan a ye befa so se na be ya ye be control sa system na a determined pricing ai manema bo e ye din e wo yedwa so no
kind na you say your price control and you say autonomy I buy the determine price now the idea you see the fees are to be able you see about the idea is free market economy which say you autonomy you na mako music and mako bosnia and na many music and mako fani wana ba and I maybe buy me ba beton appen for intimation ye metwa minya ni eni faso aminya ena me enti say obi say adi fani body say adi fani body say me ndi aban tini ni aban tini ye ma eni ma no ebu o man no aban tini ye ma sikasem to tikitini ni sikasem to pay ya na me ebu o man no ma wa wo dey 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 body wa ba tu dey mu by heart no am faso ni so ana say adwumpo bia obi take tini ye no obi ntowade na all them persona open and you want to see am you abi aban bit na ye pa ni say Ghana yeah they a man I say import driven economy say and you must be why you call Kuma you do Kuma you use Kuma then when Kuma you go few amanone na amanone na you fa no yes kana e ko fa ni amanone kana different intermediate ye kwa kopebia ayana ama nibua ye dinyamai media na omo a obi amanfo de no hodin ika no hodin ti ani ye pe bia ibi na man ho ye dinyamai eni ti I want to buy share coin of us one. Lady kind, make it step. And you know the beer you importing the wa. I buy it deal so. Because the minimum we import to a young Ghana, you're saying agrarian economy. You can't be agrarian economy and say you do a deep pie in case you can't say you agriculture. And to be any deep pie you produce will come up. And to then you about it like yet. Prama President Mahama a born to one or can send in a minute to one say or say so bad or both farm centers this into the real tractors machines the class that made the people district was and the farmer do open machine you want to find out the oil and your supply of fertilizer that made that say I like to know something more yard a bit more enough food importation of food and so that or mine to say Ghana. You know, Burkina Faso. If I free your northern part, if you can tampon all the 5 million is being done, the SAS in Burkina Faso being there. Jordan and Burkina Faso food you get tomatoes every time. When you cook tomatoes in Burkina Faso, if you charity begins at home, if the woman kitchen, you know, I think you cook more. I think we can taking the importation on that. Now, am I currency? Edna, now wedding. Now, and you might be a cushion, yes, but in fact, in 3 years, I do not give Emma import William Pilswa. And I think in 3 breaking, crowd, the game where with my without the the other one, you say, you will never be that when the producer, the exporter, when the producer, they come on for. The no typical example, cool. If you say, Ghana fears yes, cool. When you are doing this, cool, without the youth, this is say, without the youth processing. So that, yes, you come on and you go back and say, you can roll. You know, processing, so let me critique and you will be a non maintaining about the moment when you die. And Jones in also be a dying when you say, Obesha, and you might in your photo, you need to be value account. I'm not the thing. And I remember you import to us. You able to make the thing on it. Or that banshee, which we should have or you ready for. Or one will be saying one, or could flow, anything you do not flow. It means any money you could buy. You ain't important. Nobody behind the best news, but you know my own thing. You didn't take care of everything else is here. You ain't playing to play a lot for gaming. And the other is dying for teaching. May I bet constant people and meet me to a basana na seven years so ama yes you na kind and you sika e dey actually to cream am man to go
yo honorable last question ye ne obedi ho nkita ho ansa na wako we a question I won for bebre adwen mu a mo bisa e bi ni say wo hwe ye oman yi mu ye wo state institutions any state enterprises bebre na e bi bisa say finance minister wako apro anase oni o matena se adwendwen kwan a ye befa so a sa institutions no omo so behu kon befa so abo na say omo IGF internal generating funds no ebetimi akosro
na say omo economic dialogue all your statements no adeba ko emphasize on it no and the state institutions no but what our performance in fact we see a my institutions we can do omit na ka say in Ghana for say then the year profit and the year profit na ye discount be ma buy this is no Ghana in abina the biosa fiscal ediko ekoye juma mo and then we year juma yes our moment running on their own in fact the beautiful form class say it institution na we profitable so the board I think quite than the and the roles and want to say that the same thing that state including action and we can or was so make a part than so our state institution also team benchmarking key performance indicators they can key performance indicators also team and lifestyle home so you productivity say na measure work and assessment engineer and your punishment there also in the mamo about more resources. No more trouble because the message is still kind of another state institutions now, a state institutions. When we are to say, civil servants, we are called Juma. Civil servants, we call Juma. We call Juma. Now, a mobile trust will be called Onsam. State institutions in 3 years of Juma. State institutions, we have to say the private sector. Because we saw a buy new one with the state institutions. A buy new one with the continually said, the productivity creator command indicators and the amount. Official won't even trust one so also team professor. Then it's a people institutions it doesn't take you. I don't want a private sector is why you're doing because people need to do now. Or more Juma Pakano and then Juma private sector to do. You are the institutions in the private sector do. In the elementary of our water. When we say radio, and we say fresh, this is here. I just said, obey minister, or no, obey minister, or the minister, obey the system, and yeah, expect. It is a only one, we will sure say, any 4 years, we don't have to move the impact. I think the advice is silent, and for some
Abaso. And okay, you be Jina Quenya so near the Wasi. Say, what me, Anya, Aquenya, and answer Wamaya that year, na anywhere D. Sankita Hui. And say, yes, you never be pre a dear free na ye better was say. You a for a year, Mr. Aaron Kuma, and not your nene Kasai or your lecturer appear Menka University. I know and not obtaining Kane. And see ye be call Akoji in Krato, a war ya boy for honum now.
Namuna Mukacha said, yes, it means about that.
On one.
Ready to win big and live large with Mega Cash Lucky Box, the game where you could walk away with instant cash prizes. It's easy to play. Just dial *426*5# on all networks. Follow the prompt, pick a lucky box and reveal your cash prize. It's that simple. Win massive, up to 500,000 Ghana cedis. Don't miss your chance. Players all over Ghana are winning now.
I won!
What are you waiting for? Dial *426*5# or visit www.megacashluckybox.com and play on our web portal. The minimum to play is 5 Ghana cedis. Your lucky box could be holding that big cash prize. Mega Cash Lucky Box. Dial *426*5# and win instant cash today. Don't wait. Remember, terms and conditions apply and is NLA approved on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Abusia yarebe na ehawo yarebe na ya kwankura wo de chinchina wunya anuye and get to bray no we come for Lion Age Clinic Ghana Enfama ahankwa na abepima de bi grow asan yare ama wunya sunsun subani bia abusia se yarefo ebepiemu awa Lion Age Clinic Ghana Dr. Biodo amubrase na hofama sonkokura and ehwe yarefo no ema ne botono abusia se uba bepiemu wa haseya yesa and we are able to say syphilis, gonorrhea, candidiasis, the people who are in see a friend of white. Yea, public everyone ever has said. Abusia, we are Bema, who was in any more, went to me, why do my any more careful now. Lion Age Clinic, Sebra, not for the grow among now, so said Bema, Mapa. So, also, your bar, and that's how I look for who about who may be. What's not bread? But if you know our Lion Age Clinic Ghana, now the top of first soon, I will fear.
I don't follow motion in the soul for profiti. A better kind of yare, Anna Medaho. Madame Fuduban and Chell may introduce you Lion Age Clinic Ghana man. Then the 2 on the morning, the choir and the motion, a moment do, and met the heart coming to wow, the leaders was. We can full line in Ghana mouse, and so 2 more bra. Now, do know why I say.
Salam alaikum. Majo don't go sibitini. I'm not sure when the result is she yaga antriti na nasa musonki. Yasa duk wanda zai zo musulmi duka ya yi kokari ya zo nan wannan asibitin ga zai samu sauki da saukin kuma kuɗi ba wani caji. Insha Allah da samu sauki.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Maxwell Aziz Mensah. I'm the founder and senior doctor of Lineage Clinic Ghana. Our mission is to provide you with exceptional herbal medicine treatment and holistic healthcare to all our patients. With our team of dedicated staff and innovative treatment, we are here to support you to becoming a healthier you. Thank you for trusting Lineage Clinic Ghana. Lineage Clinic Ghana, your #1 healthcare expert.
Yɛfɛm na kwa me taxi driver na enkane na me sisi so me sisi ama aka me na to na twetwe me nya 3p garlic misa no aboa me pa edunu ata miracle bi wa drum je se mafu no kra se je sia twimi anka se me humi esi so se me humi ani esi so obeka se de bibi hye me so bi no bi na ye normal me ti mi bi pi na ti no ti pa me sa 3 days ni na edunu anka se de nyankopon de ayi bi ahodi se ma ebi ti nya sam ketwa anam se we de me fro aka so na me ka nse me nkwa me
me de abe pa se 3 years ni ana asa me gina wa me na mu se shinya se me kwa me de na ko bi amu so much me dru abe 6 years ni o tema bi am ya maji se ene me jana nti saya le nem kumi preko ene 4 days ana me koto 3 garlic mixture ni sama me kase yankupo no yam se ene ya me no kase me wa to me a me din wa me mtia se
3P garlic mixture ubenya bi wo mamu pharmaceutical shops and herbal shops Fred Piwak e 02489288824 and 020100002.
Yegusua ye celebrate your man so women empowerment in common Yegusua ye koso Dwabo Ase Power 97.9 Facebook Power 979 Facebook Live Victoria name on call be obesa be born on kran wa bro man na tenase no ne honorable Barbara Samwa ebe tenase ne nkomo twetwe no ye de ahyehyɛ so nsɛmpi na egu aporo so a ye ba be pense mobi ne ɔchenyambo ye ɔman akɔma bosika ho nsɛma finance minister ye Dr. Kasiela to forcing the Baba to make a finance minister was some can over at us and be see me trim. And a mamma say, hey, what track at you? Eddie Abre, why, Mamma who ya corner wabra, ye quay him a mediation, so a crataro, a moon 17 soon, so one is in here. Was he Casafa said, dear, a month for yin at 10, wabra yeni, not 7. Ye be banning in our so wabra mine at Tenase Basabre. Ye bro with that Let's Talk Education Consult, Madam Time Bomb. Atrasia Wire Crowd on a beautiful Monday morning. Send you see, no. Your man addition wants some, and yet the barber to him. Guys,
education, the best investment, oh papa.
The best investment you can give your child is education.
Now you see,
Papa Bessie, Muna Muyami Coco Fu.
Oh, yes.
Coco Fu and Yaminibi. Ununia doctors de kukufu. It's a go for that because say.
We'll talk about that when we are doing the agri program Feed Ghana.
Absolutely.
Friday.
Good to see you, Madam Time Bomb.
You too, my dear. Apoming.
Nyamina Dharma.
I can see you're glittering.
Yeah, you're also glowing.
I mean, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to be Verity.
Victoria is also watching.
Mentionado, Ejumapa, and a wire, Bessia, Moma, as a yanka way, ye, man, why is Rodo.
That's right.
So, good morning to our retain and our Shahin, and a pay as we are celebrating women. Yes, we have a reckon hands room. Then when you know the Mondays and a padema, you better not see is in common about your number from my future. One of that thing, which I always say is tomorrow on your Chibera or Wahaya, or from a dietessa ample for aka Madam Time Bomb from Let's Talk Educational Consult. So Mondays to do them are your busy education home in common. Now in the why a special day, my men dedicated the midday and from my henny miss your funina or education mo. Especially here my teacher, Professor Jane Nana Opukwajiman, our Vice President. nyamina dum hard work, determination, focus, the principles doesn't need to be more weighty. In our country, we say that that's the highest for our women. And
that's right.
And so a lot of girls look up to her.
Professor.
Yes, Professor Sunday. When you have somebody immediate, or when you mean or we can ask them, then your ambition is closer.
When you be a training, when
you are dying, when so let me seize this opportunity. Now, me appreciating myself, Now, may wish one a happy Women's Day, which was yesterday, but officially it's today because you are celebrating it officially today.
In fact, Saturday. It was Saturday.
Yes. And so a beautiful day to all of us as women. And I want to say this morning that women are women. Now, say that should tell you that we have a role and a responsibility to play. So this morning from Let's Talk Educational Consult, we wish all our women a happy Women's Day. Officially. As all. Kwame,
yes,
this morning, celebrate Women's Day and Let's Talk Educational Consult is women. There's a little history behind it. Remember one of how Let's Talk or bar into being from a woman's perspective as we are celebrating Women's Day. And if it's a real Let's Talk Educational Consult, I will tell you Nungwa Estate. You're like Jokoko Municipal Assembly on the Mango Street. I want to hear say you should babies over call. I probably always 6 months to 6 years. As now come it's now. It's Let's Talk. See, I know, extension.
That's right.
Meaning that we'll be taking kids from 6 months to 12 years.
Wow.
I have a sister one. Yes.
Finally.
Finally. And Nyame Adam so yes, Nyamari go came for admission and all that. You know, but my friend on 0249 069821.
Can we see number no so
0249 06 9821. But me following on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Say you'll be aware when you are accessory Juma, especially for from away 6 months, another 0 to 6 years. Let's Talk is Montessori and Indic educational program. The better say a button na epede inya understanding of Oba Wara who kwana befado we term it as consultation. Let's Talk ebenya dem assistants. Visit us and Let's Talk Education. Kwame, this morning, Maminchia, Reverend Susan Mr. Arthur, that's my grandmother, aka Madam Hideout.
That's right. AKA
Madam Hideout. Oh, when you go to Tama and you talk about Madam Hideout, they know who I'm talking about.
Wow.
And then Maminchia, Mrs. Edith Ampofu, also, Mara Memame. Maminchia Amagbe Foundation. You know, now you're Messiafu Akukudru for a while, Ejuma Abeson. You know, let me say this. My grandmother, Reverend Susan Mizatha, was the first woman to wear trousers in Cape Coast.
Hey.
Oh yes.
About the Kaya. Cape Coast.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
It was news.
How many years ago?
Oh, my grandmother was born in 1921.
Wow.
So this was in the 1950s. 1950s. Young. She's 97 now.
Wow.
Yes. So just imagine. So my mention but on the note, so you're celebrating myself when we are sharing stories to inspire ourselves. Kwame, I want us to know this morning that you're celebrating myself. We are not celebrating women for the fact that we will fear what to more from. You get it? The fact that we they take seed now. The fact that we to work with jazzy, where is ban? Those are additional enyama crystals are obobo mabesia oye full besia. And canon yesterday in chebesia ne wiazi nyina ye kitchen. Go to the kitchen, cook and serve. That's your life. But then there's been an open eye and we are out there and we are making waves, Kwame. I was reading through some stories of women who have done a number of things. We keep celebrating them and appreciating them. But let's come home and celebrate ourselves. So this morning, Mami, celebrate to every woman out there. From Besia farmer, to the one obesin ko gum, to the one also dress obesin ko office, to the one who is in the force, the military, the police, everywhere,
fire service,
to every woman out there making a difference. I want to tell you this morning that it's not about your childbearing, another one farmer, and it's about taking care of the home, another areas, but it's about the change every year in our society. It doesn't matter how big, how small. That's why I was said it's besia because more farmer ne ba nyimzia besia no wono and all the more farmer no. Into subject of frature ye benye na sepede wo fie ozimwa. Nti what's there say e wara na nya ho kafo a Bible ne be ka chiro de awar ne munhra ne ebenya. It's a blessing to have a woman and marry and take her home because
Imani Millicent, a blessing.
Me produce Kwame, it's a blessing and nyaminyim de say you more ye. That's why he added us. Kwame, of all things, when we added say as a kawa oswaba ofrofro why you can say my yet too busy. Sata say Madam Time Bomb didn't start education just like that. Kwame, I was into what we call accounting, marketing, and all that.
Wow.
Yes. And so it's way back in the 2000s. In the 2000s, we had projects around. Now, Madam Time Bomb visited village via our central Chufo Etimokwa. Think I do a village in Po. Papa Bagaja, there's a small town.
Yeah.
Good. So, me visited when I was working with Tigo.
Okay.
Now Tigo.
Yeah.
Okay. So as an MFS head, that time I had a colleague who Wafa Yufuninti was on leave, so I was handling Central as a whole. Nti me quite that me church farmers how to use mobile money to do one transactions and all that. Now in the space of doing that, me notice the farmers in one won't go school. But why one communities or farms and the farms are very big and they live within them. Into Kwame, you educate Kokwa Pafu, you educate pharmacy, middlemen, you educate one. Now through the education I noticed I was having interactions with the kids and all that. Maybe some parents they were like they wait till my farmer was 6 years and son was on our boarding house. I was like, what can I do? So, me time this morning, I mean, Salama Daddy, the secret is in the net. I mean, Jack was asking me, they were my boss. Right. So today, now they get to know. So, Kwame, we visited. I did my best. And to me, chat time in such a way that many a time I cook about papa business, then time I work, I'll use it for the kids. So I carry storybooks, I carried numbers, number books, me carry nyama obebuambo from. So we started reading. And I fell in love with education. Now, throughout all this, and I'm picking up a USAID UNICEF project, understanding kids and all that. Since you're researching, that is where they said, if we give ourselves 10 to 15, 20 years, and before I year training, you into my employing one in your 1 year. So I got scared. Wow. And I was like, Tessa, a pesca, all right. But there's something you have to do for the community with this information that you have got. How do I save my kids? How do I get to my kids? How do I get to the parents? I will bet symbol from an asset to help them in the society.
Yeah.
I'm a trained journalist too. And it's a mean baby na me demoshe. Na me bon dera in kofobete. You school, a young wage. Then we started 2018. Miss, I'll make this thing official. So we started talking to kids, started talking to parents, to the extent that these days when you go to Etimokwa and other villages around, they've put up schools for the little ones and sana will be in one if you or your boarding houses. Kwame, it became a passion that I was doing. Then I said, no, this thing has to be commercial. I need to train some teachers to understand. I need to get the kids themselves to understand. So let's set up a model school. Let's set up a place that teachers can come and learn. Let's use the radio. Let's talk to parents. And I've had numbers of parents that when you Madam Dwabo Ase, because now I understand. And I am happy sitting here that I've been a vessel, that I've been used as a woman, not just like I said.
That's right.
But a woman who has been used by information that this is how I can also help my community. This is how I can help my nation Ghana and go beyond Africa. And I'm proud to say that I've been invited to these African countries to talk to women about education. So you know why? Because the World Foundation, whether we like it or not, as painful worker, Nelson Mandela Kabi, Kofi Annan Kabi. Also, should the world be the place that we want it to be? Or then you more for market and kitty, you groom one, you train one. Because Kwame, if you and I are not there, who is taking charge? Yeah, funny then you painful in here. Wanna be somebody in you one not be Ghana, I Ghana, one not be Mancrana and Cran, one not be also I use, one not be TVXYZ, why TVXYZ. It's the kids. So when we have a TV program and we are training the parents, teachers, and the kids themselves, we know that we are getting somewhere. Yes.
Wow.
That's what I heard.
Oh
yes.
And the man who said no, you need to move.
It was scary. I was scared. Yes. And you know the people make her say Besari as no na kumashim.
Yeah.
Na so it goes, it travels. That is why ye can say it's a besia, a besia.
Yeah.
It goes out there.
That's right.
So that is where Madam Time Bomb and all that. That's where the name came by. Madam Time Bomb. Why? Because we sit on an educational time bomb. And we don't want the bomb to blast.
Yes.
So that will be affected. So as we are celebrating women, for me in the educational field, every woman in the educational field, we're putting itself there.
And the girl child.
All look up to somebody to say that this is what I can do. So Kwame, I believe that if you're a girl, no matter where you are, where you come from, I believe that you have a possibility. You have something to do what Dwabo Ase do, no matter where you are. And so let my story inspire you that wherever that you are, say you're Froba, say you're paying.
Yeah.
Tell yourself, so Madam Time Bomb to me, I can also do it. Said Nana Jane Opoko Ajiman, Vice President, Professor, you can also do it.
That's right.
And let us all help our little ones, our little girls believe in themselves and tell themselves that it's not just about being in the kitchen, being at the kitchen, taking care of the home, but it's about inspiring.
That's right.
Ensuring that somebody will look up to you and make a change, make a different decision, a positive one out there. So this morning I came to share our little story from Let's Talk Educational Consult. Yeah, for time you And so let me just put this one across. Do not be afraid to take the tough jobs.
Yeah.
You will develop confidence in dealing with tough issues that will serve you for the rest of your life. And that is from Geisha Williams. So Kwame, ahani edwesi.
Eno mo ye Geisha no mo ye Japan so mo ye ma. So Geisha Williams, not a Geisha, but Geishas are you need in Japan.
So to every girl out there, thank you for being a girl. Thank you for being yourself. Be amazing, be wonderful out there.
Yeah.
We love you and we are here. You want support, you want build your confidence. We are available.
That's
so
right.
call us on 0249069821. I mean, job was a back with him. I don't know if you're saying.
About the name Mada. When I say, Madam Time Bomb, any boy one come on free. Let's talk educational consult, educational time bomb on the brain, you know. Between a common chain, Sabra, you can say for Banoko, no Quinyan yes, no continue the girl child. What is here? And now you're celebrating my myself. Mumbia quinum back, quinumma, ye marijuano. Saturday also bet my bay and normal cassia to say Professor Nana Jane Opoquajaman. Omit my normal cassia to say a year. Mommy Elizabeth Fosue Jare, you know, now Momo, Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, Victoria Neema, and host to a year Dwabo Ase. Ella will no produce show you. So there are so many examples around you. Let's talk educational consult. No more Technical West State, Mango Street, from 0249 069 821 0249 069 821. So ni mama come wet here fisa said ye all sate wo so aho ye nya ne tamfo ne ye edura wonom pe all sa no bedwane it what to ya the minim ni entia adio ye boss ya na title na wo bisebisa wonsem na yi ho no media bibidro de media dai e bibidro ano nam e bibidro etu osase e bibidro also teninka na ne ho popo eye haxa mixture and then the capsules umpe bi no ma ko pebi tonanom also yan him say ne nzunzo bi ni say ba wo say we yefuna ye chako we fu ye kapu na nuoma bi ne namobo aduane to ye mabue aduane to ye mabue wani su briw what you say what you pan ye we ya okoya ne bia ni moja di afra ensempi also ye ya de bone ebusia it be so FDA for agya to mu de ko pa bi to nanom akwara woni mfie dumienu edro ya make am once me won kan obi eye haxa mixture ne capsules opim for no medro yi bi oba abofra tria wo nofo ano edro won kan obi herbal shop ne pharmaceutical shops ahodo a ewo Ghana fere nyina ba wura ma sabaka bi titiro Kashi Drug Lane Correpatch Ventures and a Hallows Herbal Medina Card Pharmacy Tema Little Georgia Community 2 Kaswa Educard Pharmacy between Afromo 0240-238-310 and 0203-822-855. Haxa mixture and the capsules. Also, time for no. Come on. I'm up for some coming now. A can over Atacratano. One can come yente, well, Chebia, Yabakin Kama, Abusia Mate, can over Ata, Enka. Nakatan or travel my wine. Because me with dear friend you friend and a wire. Yeah, but Basus is here. Bernard Day, this beautiful day. Dodwana celebrate my birthday. My message will say, please, today is my son's birthday.
Power the fam.
And this is coming in from Mr. and Mrs. Oti. And this is to your beloved son, Lawson Otibwating, aka Junior Virgin Son. Hey, Junior Virgin Son. One of that TV news. Oh my goodness, such a wonderful boy. Now, Ugo School was Super Nanny International School. I was La Paz. That's where you're schooling. So special happy birthday from your mom and your dad, Mr. and Mrs. Oti, to you, Lawson Otibwating, aka Junior Virgin Son. And also this one to Dr. Lawson Obaba and so need also best of wishes from Mr. and Mrs. Lawson to our beloved daughter Trisha Che Menu, and that's Trisha over there celebrating her birthday today. Trisha Che Menu, happy birthday Kasiepa and come out. Oh papa don't mama seven can just say on yamin cost when shout. Now wakuma swadi nyina mrem kasame wo baby a. So Trisha, happy birthday. Enjoy this day to the fullest. It's your day. Well, Agbozo Clinic, Dr. Agbozo say man into a man saying say Bema, what the pay me and say what patrato from what the answer Danny then you know bakotin umuke wokotin sa said be ho sepani ani je beba fie Bema dwuma wuntimi monti on said there be no man e born hwene sa ono so nya ben wonya totorobento eti kwa Agbozo Herbal Clinic power sima ba ko na ye sima mienu na ye konensi na agro no nya de agoprama so agro no eye 90 minutes so now e bi kran ko brosa because extra time to be bem what you say extra time no bad na ye tibi anya ya penalties so bem me bumani a chaw bema what did you make can say bawura Agbozo Herbal Clinic na Dr. Muao and official man on candidiasis and name Pemunsa Yadi Ahodo, Edimu Yamuni Mema Nina. Bowura Kwashiman Oba Infie no. A year Agbozo Herbal Clinic from 0241 750282 and 0557-402-696. Ahead of the budget presentation, China, what expectations here? We are Gadini, we are what's from Mercy, who are Boso Kai. Or Chenya Badia now showing who said, Honorable Dr. Casiela 240. A boss will be with the dead who say, a memoir sampa. Would you train for sending me? With Facebook and also power 979. Wabra de Bano, Victoria name and name a Dominion, a King Kai, Ama Munina Mate Mwankasa, Monsabna Mudiagu and Enka. But Solak Natural Clinic, Dr. Solomon Apia Kubi, a year. Mpemu Sayadi Mpemu how Obani Bema Moshe Ba Munya Ba obekase wa wo de ne atum eno na ya no bo se wako suo bi su na wo de nuoma nyanyanya bi emma wo na wo nom ne etietia oyam na ye wa yakayaka nuoma hodo mesre wa da to na moko Solak Natural Clinic FM kidney yade no so eku amanfo paa o any liver problems no edi amanfo nya mesre memura sa tebia we mo se bia asase e bo wonka ye what ye wura mu kurampo a enye late and I want to make a say Bowra Solak Natural Clinic. Edra na dwa wuntimi na wonase atatai. Prostate won some do so more how. What do so name wapai? What do so na dribble? What do so enkote? What do so what chiman san what do so? Mr. Bowra Solak Natural Clinic. Said by Dr. Solomon appear could be near Doctor for and anyone for who more Solak Natural Clinic. I bet sure ya dear. Omo ya lab, almost sounds your prostate scan or a fibroid scan. Utuntu siken we cry. Omo kokomlemle oba Harvard Senior High School no from 055-393-2631 055-393-2631 Solak Natural Clinic was a quality fresh. What Kulungana Limited omo East Legon a Champion Junction tie womo de Araba Bazin pills aba Araba Bazin pills oba bosume so a wo se wo bonsa no se ya pe fi so oyawa wote ewo wayase ho no onko na obetima kire wo kasa wo kire mu a amanfo nte wase eji wo se oya ne oha ne amane ne basa na guy mine ne kasa no adwalai but guy mine no nte ase onko na ote oya na se me se oba kona ko pair Araba Bazin pills de pebi no mote e ma dodo na numbia masese sat na bia no obo ntai nkoho bio sat bia no omu nwura mu bio what ya say nya wo hyebra no Araba Bazin pills abese sat bia na ma o e bia empam nkomo wo de ya na eduru wo de wo da ho saa hwinzi wonte atenka no ko wo de ani Araba Bazin pills what eduru bosom ya kwantuo na wo de no se moja no beba no masa e ba pet na jai ebi okura etwetwesi wonim da ba wontimi nkyere mesada Araba Bazin pills ana beboa uko Jugad Pharmacy at Tigo office kaswa nso mesra ko Pharmaferas Pharmacy in afenso Unicom Chemist on Malam Junction Osons Chemicals wa Dabraka Ekus Pharmacy wa Shaman and pharmaceutical shops ahudo wo Okaichi Drug Lane between Afre Kulungana Limited or more East Legon Champion Junction was 0244-139-176 and at 0204-139-176. Afre Subetma from more 0274139-176. Araba Bazin pills. Araba Bazin pills. Oba no na we here. What my mama alert we so yana adwuma for many ajepa because of adwuma de any ahoto nenam bregu de yegina yempe wan na pe bregu ase o man Ghana baby aya nanti abedru pa ya sesa aban mu na yes ekwayechi no way yensa nkwayechi da etina health alert de da ne dan nyina akọ no heba wogina bibi nroso boatu yade ase wogina bibi nroso boyi yade free ho what did you make her say me bomu din na me come asem say ya minim de make eba also one time we be year for one time 18 and now somewhere in 2022 we bo mabaso body akese say omni the best ulcer treatment center stroke crown hypertension diabetes typhoid fever sra de boni abeya kwansidia mo apomuden wonsam munam tutuo sisiyade ndompem nsam brania mfa fidie ntwitiw na yeso na machine de je ye betina so ma feeling kawana aba widie ni ma abaye akwansidie no ye be yini nyina firi ho ama ho ato what you say omo ya dwa fridwada sa akosi meme da but fridwada ekosi fiada no otena se fria no pa no nso anwumrebra mu no onum wapon hwema cha kwan nkrabata ni bi wo Medina kasua poku ase ashama na takrade from 0242518893 and 0242518865 a health alert clinic down there you know mo kon heba wa ansan ye bed na ne ho aba na fe ye den koma hodo abram wo Dwabo Ase power 97.9 kaine hunu se mega cash lucky box promo no eguso ekoso na manfo wini sika kese eni chie kwa na ewurawuro mabrabo mu titru ene day ye dwadai me no pa me twa lucky box serve ya sika kese no bi no mensa beka sika bi wo ha wunya ebetima yi afru e ka menam sika bi wo ha wunya ebetima so wasene am wadru baabi etisika kese tese 500,000 Ghana cedis and a wutiminya ewo eye mega cash lucky box promo ni mo. It is simple. Dial *426*5# *426*5#. Our network bia so serebe asika hodo no on sabeka bi Kaisa National Lottery Authority to manage agudie yatum under the Caritas Lottery platform. Woni mfie du nwatwe agudie wonka ho bi. You can win as big as 500,000 Ghana cedis. Umpe we now pay. It number ni anase a year code no a *426*5# *426*5# on all networks. Sha said about how to be back. Mame fanko hacks up make sure ne capsules Dr. Hakaba na no komo bi ameni di no. Yes, just for emphasis sake, yeah, on mine no etenase with Dwabo Ase power 97.9. Dr. Hack, for your
in a drew one was so a day aba Haxa capsules and then a mixture and he say na a drew no a city. And the same day be a member me a drone de chiron capsules no and a woman's lefty. Then mixture no so na a drew a entire drew I did you mason na and say a number kujaba a dreamer was a woman in Ataniata and Ataniata pepe. It is a number kujaba and then I send your person and you will pay and yes I'm that's right and Tina here also town for Haxa capsules and then a mixture so would be two or osa I said now osa and normally nearby a can't want some say you will near my hood be brian to me edeba na ni titiri pani yo nema mienu titiri kese ene bacteria H pylori ena yano no edeba na normally mo ane bani peduani mu a aya na stomach line no mu na ya ombetena e betena stomach line ma na e bonu ntokro na afi o mu release more toxins e de bani peduani mu na afi bitumi so ekọ wonso nketo ana nkese ne mu na e basa na afi e de ha bebre na eba ena ye wodia ensusu painkiller e was certain painkillers bi no ho no ma ensusu etumi deba na eno bi no no aya na sin na se painkiller no wotan nom no dodo nom toato aso a enye se painkiller na enye onom aye bo etumi relieve pains na wo mu no de ma ode na ensusu se wonom na abisili a onom toato aso painkillers nbi ho na intim modi no na enso bi akọ o doctor ho na nyona hodo no de ma no wa start se wunya yefun yare asa wuyemu yefun ayekutua na e kire se o sa aduru na wonom no eno no ene e de sa ohana painkillers ahodo na ono de sa oha no ba na eno no eba de ai ni se yo certain hormones we ni pedua ni mu ai no especially we yefun no mu eno no bon ho ban se emma wunya oha bia we yefun no mu na sa hormones no se painkillers ahodo na wonom no emma na ho oden so te se ebe wili ebe ma mukoso ayewo ni pedua mukoso na ya amaman se ne ameka ye nyina beti ase ya amaman aye no ebo yefunu no ho ban se ema acid na enya maduane woni pedua no mu no ema ni mbe ye bebre na ede how abre yefunu no mu enti the moment na wonum sa no afi ema sa mukoso no na ho den so te entimi enye bebre a ebetumi aboabo yefunu no ho ban enti eba sa na ama acid no dodo na eba begu yefunu no so na ene basa na afi ede sa ekuro yemkuro no ede brew na eno no mu no na ya wo start se u Philippines ni wo yem afi yefunu no mu no eya na emu ya emu dwan emu hyehyew udidi asem eya na ebi so de ne de na funa e kapu mframa gina ne yem sebio baby kura nse se wo yin mframa kura na wo ye ede ne guase na ebre no afi eya na ne bo ehyehye no ebo no hyehye ne sa na afi na chi ya ne ya aduane ahodo a wodi no eya na aduane ne jejane bo entumi enkoi because wasa no eya na se ne ye ba ye kan ho asem ye gastric ulcer ye esophageal ulcer and ye peptic ulcer na gastric ulcer na ye dia eto yefunu no mu no afi peptic ulcer na dia eye dia eto oyefunu no mu afi wonso na nketo no mu ena esophageal no so na ye babi a waduane efa babi didi wi babi aduane ne fa di ko yefunu no mu no eno so ulcer no bitumi to ho eno no e basa na ena ya afi waduane na obedi no ejinejina obo afi ma obofuno oyefunu no mu ai kapu utin epaiwo wo so te because untumi didi ye efiri se wo ho no ma yese one man me was no need because of say we have na community na fe wachi no eye wo ya nti oje wo ho anje na wa ya sen so ro ebu ho ma na do okoda je se opeduani se ni nche because e come den ketua bi a e do how na ebre eno nti na wunya haxa capsules ene ne mesha ntafo adui osa tamfo no jibinanom na etumi abo ama ho ato because one hwe no one treat ni ntema ana normally no de bia ye ba na ye ka ho asem se osa ya arabia nipa beberedwene se ntumi nkum nipa osa kum senti ebetumi akum ne ye se emwawa no eba nipadua no mu ene sania nkuro no edo so wo nipadua no mu eba sa na na ekoso preparation bono ntukura hodo wo onso no nketo no kese no mu ana se wo yefunu no mu no na fe na eno no eba sa na fe ema wo jawo na ya hu moja wo wajana mu afi nso obi ho na ofia obetumi ehu moja wo fie no mu because of infections ne hawa osa ne sitie no enti na obi hia haxa capsules ne mecha na etumi abo na nyesa preparation na eba no gise ebi e do hospital na ye surgery etwetwa wonso no ni si ani ansa na etumi am walibi na se yen hu ni ntam so dia e wu na de bro eni nti na e wo se obeji osa dru osa tamfo haxa capsules ene ne mecha na etumi abo ama ahoden na owe ni pedua ni mu no ho ato ebia na wako hospital ye fa moja na hwe na e ka kire se ye osa anase ebia ye endoscopy sani endoscopy meka ebia ye nyina etifo no beti ase ne ye se endoscopy na ye say bi akọ hospital na dia homa bi ahye wonum ye pese ye hu se bibi wo honum ana se bi akọ ni se bio ye ji wajanan ene ye hwe wajanan no mu ene kan se wo osa uhia aduro haxa capsules ene ne mesha na atumi abo ama ho ato na mibu so America no de ji eji number na fre ba bibia wo bia no na ye ba kire ba bia wo obokwa obenya aduro bi ato ene obi bia nso wo pe bia tu ato nso bia nso no uhia uji number na watumi afre number na 0240 238310 0240 238310 anase 0203 822
that's right
855 0203 822 855 uhia adruhasa capsules na etumi abo ajiwo afri sa ohawa hodoe mu ebia na wadidi awie na aduane jegina obo ebi wo hono ma odidi wi a enam se entumi digestion entumi take place here no ana aduane san eba bigina nanum eba sa na ede atete ni ohaw ena ebre ni pedua no enti wadura obetumi abo wo ne se obenum haxa capsules ene ne mesha na etumi abo ama ho ato na aduro ni sei na sitie ye hwe ni box na ewo mu na e green ebi aye na ewo radio so eni TV so no phone de omu hu se na esitie aduro no mesha no box na ehwe mi eye green adaka na ye green na we free mu so a ni ti no eye green na ade na ye de nom no etu aso kama sei na esitie enti se okọ pharmacy bia na se wo so pe haxa capsules ene ne mesha na esi ebi ni ho no ma twam hwe se wo beko ba bia wo benya adure bi ato na tumi abo ama ho ato ye na yewo ashaman yeko Ecus pharmacy ebenya bi Madina yeko Randy pharmacy a ebenya adure bi ato yeko Okeshi drug lane so a ebenya ndre bi a ye ka ho asam ebenya bi ato ewo ho ewo me ya hodo bebre ye na ye kumasi dani heba yeko a ebenya adure bi ato ewo ho kufodua yeko kufodua nso a yo me ahodo bi abenya bi ato Delight pharmacy okwa obenya bi ato kumase sene American and dani heba okwa obenya adure bi ato agona stradro nso Crass Farm ewo Odan Road no Traffic Light ho no okwa obenya adure bi ato ho nso so ye Abertsam pharmacy okwa obenya adure bi ato ewo me ahodo bebira okwa adure obenya bi ato ne mum de hia kese ne se obefa number no na wafre na baby bi a obi anso Ghana bi anso e delivery eko ne hia so betua kakra bi then na yetumi deliver dia bro na wonya adrubia na adro so no buafo kama ubenya bi ato a onoma ebeboa ma ho ayedin number misi number no so bi no number na 0240 238310 0240 238310 anase 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 until send your way from ayekapu obo anu ehihye na afi Philippines wo obo aduane ejigina obo na afi ama wonya reflux aduane no aya na akwense esane ba wanum afi ya na ntoso abegina wanum bebre wachi no eye wo ya aya na uti epaiwo untumi ndidiye ama wo sote saa ohawa hodo we nyina wo ni paduane mu a osa na eye osa nti beje hafsa capsules osa tamfo adrui beje bi nanom na entumi mu ama ho ento na meja okura no dia mesra wo se fa number no na frɛ na atumi abo ama wanya adrui bi ato ba bi a obi o manga number na 0240 238310 ana se 0203 822-855. Beji osa tamfo Haxa capsules and then a mixture beji bi nanom na entumi ema uhu ento na o osa no asintu nyame enhirae na afi nyame ya next week anaso ochina ebesan ehia bio na ye no abedi nkomo asen afa Haxa capsules and a mixture na etumi ama uhu atowie
medas Dr. Hack here that's a nanon komono any asa esisubio edi ama babusia for Dwabo Ase ni power 97.9 na power 979 wo Facebook live for mine betena se ano no na enkomo etitiriu no yetimia pense mo titiriu ye ochanyam ya doma budget statement I mean on my Ghana yakoma bosika e won 70 baby a yebetumi edi yani a kire normal hodwa yenhwe animu se finance minister beka ebetumi di ahoto abraya amafo do na ani kire eye to ahodo eto ginjan a aban dada na de to ye so expectations are very high sa aban no be sa to no e de afro and so far the finance minister Dr. Kasiel ato force ne tuto na aka no bibia da di pefe se aban no e ho na ni kire se bona wo share so be sa to na afro no obeyi afro ba question is say wa bra wo yi afro no sika na yenya bio emfri ho no ye be kwa akofa afri hin wasabre o my Ghana da kwawe so questions more than answers. Williams Togbo to say hey ama poma chechegu say bo man nya sports why International Women's Day you know me pie pa o kwaku optimistic hopeful or say my wife is working wow better than the men. William Togbo to say Kwame Minka ma man twas why oh me that's Kofi Simon or say Kwame even better than the men. Or say I'm a pomacho, you're too much. I can see George so the way free time for back. Or say Honorable Victoria Neema, you're making my day. The voice cried the kumino. Lots of messages. Keep them coming in. Or Facebook or power 979. Or Chanya Mia Doma Diana Trend Muse, Dr. Kasiela to force in my bosswa. Ebemwonya wotoso sam pampa yatu aba asesa ban ama ban foforo aba and then opposite we komo Victoria he Neema ene na pamfo na ka so buso na ka o me trust bibinti ye guest ni me no mentimi ama for instance Vic honorable Feriza Wuni na adiato nani ni nua bema adane bonkum so nam so nti wentimi ama. And make I say now man yako moments ago. Saturday so cry sisters so eka baby. You know Saturday. Wow. Na your branch women organizer I was so. Wow. And we the honorable Theresa Wini Obana na get who any but yet here. Yema yako yema shedding so in these times. And I feel so honorable Barbara someone also know na kwanswa oba obetas when yako green but abe would be from it went yama. Eti ena me ne one be di nkomo no what dey make us kaminya ya ka ba betena no matena but nkomo no fa na so wo nsam fi say reset na ban ya abai mo na mo de budget ne ba betu dwachena na wakwe women's organizer ema NDC amanyoko no wa ya so was we go na fe we deep in the party no and na fe so party no vision ne aspiration no wonim tutuo ni nti who be here say ye be sound common no album nothing so can for yata and let me say we are very interested baba who better I say no come hack and then we'll get to hear your own version of women empowerment. What the cat team which bra we show na say what the work create today but you would have na dear one kasa one kasa wa fem nia one kasa wo feel say on mine bet my ye near to me empower the girl child the woman you bet everyone. Mama making can messages repeat a man for boa basupa Emmanuel Ben say Victoria name I sell Very get tea so share live or Facebook live power 979 Samson upon Walcott adding a message about say I'm Pesica from Medina. MBB has no news, so they want to stay relevant with unnecessary public attack, talking about security in those taking security from their hands was the best news for Ghana. And Eno Chel said this is a beautiful and humbling development from the finance minister. So this is beautiful and humbling. Oka Ebra finance minister Dr. Kasiel ato force and call Makola marketer or near Gredifono Egoshia. Me who said that we say economists and that question and say ebi mu say a populist because of Rollins a pencil so tisi got them no tisi got them one ebi say where the anymore ya would you fault them from asking that question? Because look, it's the finance minister telling us say would nim said the economy in city.
Mr. Economist Ekasano, Mr. Aaron Kuma.
Yeah.
Okasano, he made mention of the fact say now I was say finance minister ahead of time in terms of say okoye budgets no. Na wako ni edwedifo akokasa ebe kwan benso no befa so incorporate in seminar wetiti no.
Yeah.
But you see with the kind of intellectual personality ato forcing honorable Ekutano me wojidie wonimu say with the kind of information he gathered no when so budgetary near ochina no.
That's right.
There's a lot that he can do.
Okay.
There's so much that he can
but
do.
Could he have incorporated and some edwedifo catcher within these 72 hours here?
You see 72 hours.
Yeah.
Basic you talked about fiscal challenges.
That's right.
Okay, and no say
yeniska
eka hwasem yeniska na dwedifo no omona yede niam ba ometo and I say you can't even importations or even production in terms of agribusiness and all that. No.
Yeah.
They are the pivots. Omono mukra capital.
Yeah.
You are driving businesses. No.
Yeah.
So for him to engage them within this 72 hours, you see, when you are drafting some of these names, no, it's a matter of just itemizing
That's
everything.
Right.
So your document has every your scope, your introduction, overview, and all of those things. It's how to incorporate it. It's not a
dollar no or had said your dollar ni si shisi na anu adendro omunye bibi mfa ho no it no be easy amana so
say ono retailer.
Yeah.
Intino okoko fane ma no every wholesale.
That's right.
No kobia so $7 na wholesale kan. Nanka enya asema nka adinti na wosanka yeti ekrum na nkomo bi ebedi bi afasika ho ne $1. It's because importations near the also. Production aye wa hanom no saying nka KGM plastics na wakona akofa ne ma wo hono ma KGM be ka cho say $1 ana say bibi but ebi ono so crowd raw materials so free baby neighbor. So nka rubber so den kenya rubber we krum ha. You see, so we need to streamline and send your businesses no near no choir you better so the policies be at to akwemu send be control market business no so that in terms of fluctuations in a way inflation we will see how I bet me economists for
price control some now what can you and also there are some
Mr. Ron ka ho sem bebre
but Ghana you bet my price controlling
it's possible.
Baumia de Nibia.
There be any Debbie. Any day won't say it's possible because of Korea and it's also no money in church movie.
But price control, no, basis in a bed, over building on what foundation? At the end of the month, who then say, oh, the mechanism barbetu, a barbetu aquema, a bebuama man for a price, Ejina Fakwa, a buying any today.
You see, for me, Mr. Aaron Ekasano, he spoke about Burkina Faso here.
Yeah.
Kokofa tomatoes, beton waha. Bra you produce tomatoes where you krum hasi. Inti ya de anka yetimi ahye ye farming system ni manase agribusiness ni yahye mukena. Enkanya fe ni yakọ baabi akọfa ne ma eden aba because ni ono akọ Burkina na wakọfa no. ono ebo ha was smuggle goods no dia bedru into the bedru because demand near high in it no ono ankasa determine the price.
Wow.
But when we have market value near o kwan be fa so a ye betimi a control near man ankasa wo hono ma ye was source the right source I cover ne mane ba we are able to control the pricing.
Enti nye bibia edin bia.
Enye bibia edin but you see e be edin e wa bra ye ni source direct source of and even whoever the gatekeepers now a share a yenema the back room high tono. Sa gatekeepers no what policies are there to aquem. I bet me a bona near matono and I say at the tono, you bet me a control pricing.
All right.
Because yana me wo misika, nasa me dekoto, nasa me bana se also a meba or bomb any a bobia or pair. Miss Mekwa cotton send me. But wow, ton adian and I say all regulations not to start from where the business begins.
Okay. All right. Said young commoners ya shas no. Ye babe twaso ye kasafra ye budget na ye babe presentation na. Chrambe first budget at John Mahama reset na bino e de babe to dwa. Ye ne hwe mu se ye bete ye nyina wo ya koma mu ne yesusu mu ne ya brabo mu ye de normal to normal ho a. Hefa na bine de na ni kira e be bo mo ka dwumadie no honti edru empempenso bi a ye be bie phone lines no na mo so matima bam se de be ya mo so madwen kire no be ba be di akotene e wo ye dwumadie yi so ye be sisi e wo TV so enko ba bia ye ba ye to aso ba live on pa
if I shall be an mission, dear bag.
Brade, and not so good.
What time about Michelle and see about Queen Wayne and say?
Bra, said your time about Mister, as your Jimmy fearful, and Yadia about ever so.
Really, do this offending now.
Bra, and make us a maybe time about Mister Huadancia. We are singing now about Timinka. 87 malaria, where drawn it time about Mister.
And you go, dear, no more to I want to meet any deal. What drawn a time about Mister? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear one ma for down for any aquada when you fear to me, and some of the time about Mr. Draven. Shasa Wako Hospital and answer lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
Kayo sa time me TIME. Time about Mister. I feel malaria fever be an ziba a woman. Ubenya be at all, over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do a name. FDA Aji a judging cratway at all.
That's right. TV exercise soon here. Yakwa Samba. Na me come at the Moses Clinic and Herbal Center once. They say Bowura sa ya de sabia we nejo ya de sawate. Ya de bia fako. If you was sick kwa kan wona say. We je kodo mini school for the deaf no in the dia ni hwe. Kumasi ya henema kokoben. Ubetima from 0244 068 447 0244 068 447. But the Moses Clinic and Herbal Center. Woman no. Ebusia minor Trasia no wo Dwabo Ase o Power 97.9 na Facebook Power 979 Facebook Live. Birthday wishes ahodo we free Elvis ni Ashite ho ene na down for Rebecca na Koshi Nanka Bruce. We ekoma eye audition nko bia wodi ni birthday. Oh, actually ekwa na down for eye Rebecca na Koshi Nanka Bruce. Una will celebrate your birthday. Message ni say may your special day be filled with joy, laughter and all things that make you happy. And no be a man when you no and running for endomo Saturday. Eti Mama Rebecca na Koshi Nanka Bruce. There you go. Oh no. We'll celebrate your birthday. Elvis ni as you say nyame fa no ma hodua e mo wani gie and no ma hodua da wa koma so ni nyina won fa no mo Saturday. We'll say I am grateful for your friendship and all the wonderful memories we have together. Hey, memories we own him better, Elvis. And Victoria, I'm so who memories. All the wonderful memories we share together.
Wow.
Our brother celebrating the birthday.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Elvis, me actually.
Elvis, so sweet. Oh,
well, very sweet.
Oh, that's who SS.
Zanzibar away so free. Womaho, Mommy Margaret Sedo, and then your birthday. Have a wonderful birthday. Have a wonderful day. God bless you abundantly. And this is a message coming in from woman in say, Yama would that part na yan can just Yamin Cosro and Shaw, no your kese. Wakuma Swadi and Yinam. And a day. And that day, again, you're ready. I go present budget. And Yesika, Ebe does who fear. And that day, again, I ready. I go present budget. Sit your bay, Mawo fear. Mommy Margaret Sedo. Happy birthday to you. So those are your birthday wishes this morning. And we'll drop us to Power 97.9 and a Power 97.9 Facebook Live. Victoria Nema is your host. I will show you so. But to say, baby, I got to know Madani guest.
Madani guest.
And my baby, I'm a queen.
I guess, Papa.
Yes, yeah. Now, and then come on, instead of the kind of budget in home come and I think so women empowerment in common here better so now can ofuriata krata na we try no bibi sase we try ma wan e di ntina krata we wan be hia krata no making kan munsem e di acho wan na krata no wo address di ama and for bia you say we yare no for bia yes we yare no e ye den e na wotumi nya hoden e twa sa krata no we nyina your questions are yegusa anopa mi timeba krata no so ba menyane ntie se honorable Margaret and say mago wonyama ho no so ana wonyama okay ntimi obeba oba ya de behwem na women empowerment nkomo no ono so ya tenenka ewo dwumadie no so but the last time na so ye ho no ene amansan nyina kasa he no wo fa video ya ye ba be ya chewi so e kan se mi de fa Ghana ma and then Ghana ma ejinama and then ya ma Ghana ma ebeboa na Mrs. Adano na dwuma mu no na go say man kwa na edwuma ho o me furo won tuma fefe what hwade we
apart from aban enhyehyɛ ya oni ye wo no ye wo yaboafo a abrebia omo support ye ema ye de support emma na de aboafo na abrebia omo ne ye be ye enhyehyɛ no omo ma ye te ase se e wo se emma no ye dodo be ye 75% na ye nuano mo omo di dem no so eye omo so omo be man sana ya hwe emmema enti ji ye die ye ma ayonkofo enu nti ena ye wo unit e wo office ha na say ye wo directorate a ehwe emma omo ye omadwuma eso e wa ha enti aha ye baby a emma ho emma adwuma ye emma nkan ko ehia ye pa enti aban bia so eba oni ji ye adwuma pa titiru ene ye ma ne mbabu no ene ye nuanom omadi dem empuntu enti dia ye dia boa emma dia ye gusu a ye wo hwe ye baseball project ya eye ma chichiu na ye hwe eye apprenticeship to entrepreneur eye agribusiness to entrepreneur any injuma existed that omo nyina chichiu ene exhibition ya ye emma nko na omiama munjuma omo ye no ji aso masene no omo da no edi wa ha enti emma hyehyɛ ye de ba bia ya ba bedru no eye.
Okay, it's Honorable Margaret and say, no, CEO Dema Ghana Enterprise Agency, not watching no ma hodua, Emma, Omunia, na feso nia, na share ye non so ye, Ediabwa, Emma, Impeja. Yense, yan come on say info, Mame Victoria Nema, women's organizer, Emma NDC. I also was what God.
Major Konya Subium na ma bonaba subium. Na yamano congratulations. Sure. On her appointment and just much as I saw her appointment no me man doubted for a second say Obe Excel because I know what she stands for and she's actually been in and around women issues for a very long time and oyo obabi awotema ena owapatayen so nti onim kwan a ye fa so ekra ema
that's right
ena eno na washa ase no ewoji and Ghana Enterprise Agency institution bia yenu aba kosi yanke enem so na owo ho na o hwe adwuma o ye ewo ho no ma I trust mago to do her best.
That's right.
You know, to her best of ability.
And they are called the next level.
They are called the next level.
Yeah.
And Osha, I don't know what they can share. International Women's Day. Send your name, man, in a can boom, edin fefe. And as she said, you know, they are trying to also see how they can add the less privilege in the society, disabled people, and you could see say no so we're well represented, and I trust you do well.
But you be in commonima, baby are not in any action in terms of quite a first one left in manner. Titri omo did them, omo be omo opportunities by way of policies, you know, same years in corners of mine.
We share policies now. It's first starts from your resetting Ghana manifesto now. We share manifesto now. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Why from page 1 to the end of the page, 230 something. We're making sure say there's inclusion, total inclusion for persons with disabilities, and even education. Also, he made provision for persons with disabilities, for them to have privileges via omoko school no almost been sabiti my den account to the point say be kwa no say school fees there 100% are buying ebefaka no and you know over businesses and so his goal for persons with disabilities no e be na wo honorable mago they are going to incorporate it, and in terms of skill training this animal the manifesto has made room for sanima we saying and you know Ghana Osha, the documents that the president is holding or the able minor and all the state agencies that are working under him they are all working towards one agenda, which is the Reset Ghana agenda.
That's right.
And building the Ghana we want together. And if you are building Ghana we want together, send your papa at force in eco markets. Only a phone now so eco. And in terms of trade, you don't leave anybody out.
And a man you
see, major of Kakra, Oshe markets no. A man do dona will seek out them.
Yeah.
A man do dona, will seek out dollars, pounds, and my master say with them. Dientia. If you say a bank, taxes near my name I to bank, no so any or how or beko dimu or beko delay. If you honum crowd or crap crana to say percentage square wall loan call betty sucrano. Na adding. It's a manu, a big quat me shadow, no more to two prices because all cranny sick and cost more going one or the other. And so if we really want to tackle these issues, we need to have a whole conference. We need to have a whole century conference on this issue.
On that issue,
I'm telling you, because some of these markets women have serious concerns. They would want to have those discussions indoors.
Near doctor to force Saturday, enough.
And yet enough. Economic dialogue now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama me atia say ebe koso.
Yeah.
And dia bana baby.
Yeah.
And as part of the dialogue, I would suggest say J4 man. Yambo modern nanka yampe baby for mon concotna sinisa kita hui. Say if we have to help them or subsidize their businesses to take their time off, we really need to take them indoors to have a conversation.
About what else can be subsidize business.
It's a matter of negotiation. If we make them know, say their inputs are valuable to the nation's development. Then I'm be available mohaba. And yes, say you can subsidy as I buy more music as better. No. Can say you see negotiation, there are so many ways that you can go about it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be the abuano. Senebe on also ABCP. So we need to have a dialogue with these women. They have money in their rooms.
Almost
because of say system no make you see and then obeko jom obeko konya bibiato. Tomatoes here no more credible. And no ton 1,500 or tobacco 3,500.
Yeah.
Then law and our policy and regulators are at stake, So there's no regulation when it comes to some of these sales and of goods and services. And in a man so no quite the betoni biano or bar.
No,
so the biababeto.
In fact,
see a regulation and service provision, near market values and market shares, ne san komo in I and come or say any man ko share them needy. Near to many or mutina se far drink. Na se kwaya sikane or demono. Because if they bring all of these monies, nobody beto sika crabia.
So is that to say inflation and the mass of new budgeting? Is that to say inflation is Danny day in a cost run? A idea a man for shed than the money bound.
dodo na nkofo hye da ne mane ba
etinya ban fom so
enya ban hwe there was a time bi na
etina nya ba omi fom so
you see it's not about say enya ba omi fom so na say you see asema ye kan ye can to do it's something to do with the populace the citizenry and our contribution towards national development
Clearly.
and the economic advancement of the country. Until, for instance, Emrebi Tremu ana Ezeta corn beef. There was shortage in our market. Nipa bakuti misha da koto. Edi kogu dem. That is a creative demand, no.
Yeah.
Until demand ne bana se mina mobia. Said me tugu.
Pay prices in
You understand? Sa counter terrorism niema we say no. Niema bia e was yetimi den sorry. Now with the help of our security agencies no, we go into these issues. Ni nyina betimi aboa. Se na betimi akebe all the issues are so around your fiscal challenges. See yetimi yes anema we are. E betimi aboa. Emra na ye call ye call elections ni ade ye call to say skebi gugu dem appointed and I say elected officers and I say nkofa na or my penny ekufado you almost so mon aban ahwe and then you go and find monies in their rooms and sasika di nyina na kwan ben so ene betimi afa ni esa aka sika no se mumpu yensa kampa does it go to the right coffers do we have a regulation it's me boss and be as KBA say we didn't do fraudulent means no yen saka it's me the year with budget na ye kokan I expect say you bet me hu nema say wom in terms of money laundering obi a launder money ayache no says scanning na no aban saka how do we go about it in terms of using it to advance economic issues no our country name
no basa na mbra no na wo say ye sakra mu anase enforcement no na wo say ye pregam.
You see, some of these things, no, a matter of certain guidelines and rules attached to a certain clause, and as an article be in a constitution. And then if also it requires any amendments and so on, and for some of us as lay people, no, we will only come up with some of the things that we know or the things that we think in our lay point of view.
Right.
And when it comes, we expect the experts, no, so almost be far. From a
bar perspective, why my anti economy ya womi yase any normal resetting a bay led by John Dramani Mahama a bit media to a quemuchina wabra yetie finance minister a bit more biaka say my twabama buying for from no mabea
to say me my obey I'll speak from the grassroots point of view. Say me nua baabi a o te abelenpe osori anapa na o se okwa adwuma e wo asalam down obefa car e na akọ okay nti sisi o ye adwuma sika se na onya ne bosome e bia na bosome benya 1000 Ghana transportation from abelenpe e kwa asalam down no o calculate na so otiti film obekọ adwuma 23 days in a month because a Monday to Friday some of the months no benya ni 24 days into otiti ni transportation not in a duanisika because when you're free any day now also did you abonting into a salam down na say be an apoto cocoa you see a cocoa so 5 cedis auto 3 cedi be ni ho ni obeton 3 cedi kwen so enti aje wato 5 cedi ko se si say 2 cedi into to ko se cocoa 5 cedi na se ko se credit man me ensa 5 cedis kwa e ko kan wa set 10 cedis no or the be kan lorry fare ho na so o hye ne the salary a ogia o ti sa na ma we free mu a ahe enebeka e wechire okay if you know NHIS card otimide ne bako ayaresabia ayaresabia na ode ne ba ne ekono quality of medicine na yede ma akwala no se yede ma na ne ho to no ne ho anto na she is compelled to take the child to a private hospital.
That's right.
So that kind of private hospital ahe ne yakwa charge no ho no o sika ode be yesade no o te se asa loan formal loan ba koje o te se we formal loan ba koje otise we ko ema lo ba kwaje quick loan no akwaje sisi a wagegege besi atwa no hu nyina hia because of akwala no ya renti
wow
enti budget na ye kwa akokan no ye pese ye kokan budget ni wia eye sister Mamuna ofaka akwa salam down ekwa adwuma edidi na se odi anapa awia na obafia e wo so otimi nya bi obetimi dia ye de ahwe ne ma e wo se health sector no so no yetimi nya inhihye wo health center ho se ne be ya me de me ba no ko hospital a me say one time me kope yɛbɛhwɛ no ɛma ne ho ayɛ den ne ho atɔ no free education nso ne nsa aka nanso yɛma ɛyɛ ɛfɛ ne sɛn school feeding nso what is the quality of food ɛde ma akora nsɛ ne bɛa ne ho ɛnkɔtɔ kyema anaasɛ ɔnyare na ɛno nso nkɔyɛ ɛka ntɔ memuna so so you see this is the cycle a yɛhwɛ no sɛ ɔman bia no obiara bɛkasa ne ho atɔ no a na ne ho atɔ no ne sɛ watimi anya ne sika kakra ɛde ato hɔ nom after a hard month's work atete ne kakra firi mu no ɔde bi so ayɛ ɛsie sɛsi ano his excellency John Dramani Mahama me ate aseɛ sɛ ɔde money your insurance policy ba nti money your insurance na sɛ me tell ani a metimi adi sika ato hɔ me pam me nneɛma wie a metimi di sika ayɛ den ato hɔ na so me tell ani na me pam adeɛ no nneɛma na me kɔtɔ bias buttons zip ne nneɛma me to a me de pam adeɛ no nneɛma no me tɔn ne sɛn nneɛma me charge no nso no obetimi atwia na so obetimi kɔ atwia ebia na within the specific time frame na ebia all part adeɛ no ebi so na me submit me deliver because me ni conducive atmosphere bia etimi yɛ den ema me nya apomudin a metimi yɛ den edi gina hɔ etimi di ma sa service no anaso ontimi employee nkɔfo within that skill no asa nkɔfo no betimi abo ama wetimi deliver on time. Now what are some of the perimeters and also what are some of the name obey here and or they are employing nkɔfo ne ɔma yɛ adwuma ni nyina yɛ skills skills no nipa no obesua at the palm and also obesua adwuma no ɔno so hwan ɛna ɛden ɛhwɛ no ne ɔhwɛ no otimi boa na ma ne kɔ de otimi nya ne lawyer firm na ma ne kɔ ebia na ɔte bɛn you but how often do they even avail themselves obu hɔ kɔ pɛ adwuma bi sie de ɛyɛ cleaning ɔbɛkɔ cleaning na napa sɛ ne bɛyɛ a ɛbɔ bɛyɛ 10 a wakɔ akɔsua na adwuma inti ɛyɛ saa na saa nipa no how fast would they be able to learn and we boa tailor ni no ama na etimi deliver on time and
sorry we are weighing in with the thinking of the state of your economy MPP abahin HI and also tie Dr. Kasiela to force brana on mebu no edin komo X so na say Twitter so na o maintain say eni ukwan kran bo say yetrim chance ye de fi say economy na asay poto no a omo beto ye no e wo so ma save sika de na so yenye mfiri mu baby ye wona na ye wo so here a certain radical approach a e benya nsunsuanso wo anti memu na so ana
no kre na make no say yetimi boa e ma baby a obi ade sika kota bia akosie bia no yetimi boa na se ma omunya confidence se ne ye papa yi otu anamon call market no that's the first step so he's creating investor confidence so once you're able to create that investor confidence no me yi misika de aba be adwuma kwa me nsuro because me nim say nsiechire a me sabeka no do be pre
that's right
so the government must set that precedent of creating an atmosphere se ne be ya nipa bi opese odi dwa no oyi sika na so di sika ko hye adwuma bi mu a onsuro se me fa sika ko tomatoes obokina the enti omo kokoto bokina ne se bokina no omo atimi anya ne ma hye niema ne mu kenanti tomatoes na obeto bokina no ebedu krom have 5 days 6 days 1 week krabokana na enye hwe na still send any state ne tie ne sanity eno ene kire se nipa oni ni sika woni dem no na kire goods o yeden okoto after the baso anu why they were price so then ebe ma me so me wo sika wo Ghana ha se ya me de beba beto bibia me ye wo Ghana ha no se me yima kumemu na se djuma na me ye no me did the right quantum of fertilizer and I say me did the right nnuane and I say no ne mapa e de ma vegetables no na enyini wo kwan e wo se enyini a endore mboa na che se me subit my den etimi aboa ma economy na koso enti no ye nyina ye wo yasede oman no ye di kan se obi a ye den e be se hwan na be ye me na me ye and it starts from me it starts from you enti no se ye nyina ye ntimi amboa amma oman na nsi kwan e pase ye koso so a e betimi akoback na aba memu na so se memu na uji 1000 Ghana cedis so so be share spending habits no now so what your lifestyle you cut your coat according to your size
but se nyina beboa ni nyina so e be gina leadership no so
thank you
kwan ya leadership betimi atwe nyina
ye nyina
anantiabom kwan be na hunu so obeye sade no I mean ochira wa bra present budget no statement be no make ya e betimi rally the citizenry along.
You see, budget is going to focus on various sectors of the economy. Your health, education, agribusiness, all of those areas. No? Every area that is going to be talked about, no, the Ghana ni be share ni money say a baby chino or no benya na hotoso.
Beautiful.
Brofo kase na yebekwa akoka ni nyina onti ase o.
Yeah.
De ono opese owie a obeti na ne say.
Menya hoto.
Enti ahoto no ekwan ben so na obefa so present ama eye Ghana for. What I don't want to hear tomorrow is plenty English. Any mathematics, board maths, ne cosine,
macroeconomic.
Ne ma me pese mete sa ansem no.
Wow.
De me as a lay person me pese mete ne say. Eye health no. Agenda 111 sika say any ede ahyem. Within this time frame ye be wie. Ye beti benya access to all these medical facilities within this period of time.
Is that to say said ni esi na no umbeso beti so waka ho asema
They see now no say.
Ase na binder down on
you. Binder down me pese beti say.
Umbeso beti.
Me pese meti say 2000 and August 17th 2021 any yakwa di aso to form or trade. Na ye wie ye no. As at now 2021 be seen in 4 years in here. Na hospitals no yentimi wie bakumpo enye operation
umbeso beti bi
me pese meti bium me pese in the next 1 year no na say hospitals no yentimi wie kwa at least ye will be 5-10.
That's right.
Sorry, ye will be 50 to 60 functional because if money is being released that means there should be careful supervision. E was say sika ni nyan kodia na say was yetimi nyan kofo megine mu no ma ye adwuma no under strict guidelines say na bia betimi meet your deadlines no. That is one. Now open education so me pese meti say ano ye di nuane akonkwala ni di omo ba social media sa di mienu we mienu afia beti ane say 9-day wonder.
Yeah.
Me pese meti sa asem no. Me pese meti say it gets improving by the day. There's an improvement on the free education in nuane na nkwani di no koso sisi a wo hwe decentralization ne ma His Excellency John Domani mama pese oye na it's in its order. O me de headmistresses and headmasters so that they will handle it themselves so that we can now blame the leadership of the schools. And this is how it has been in the past. And it made it very competitive. And Titama me was saying, you could do a jollof rice, you were coconut daso. You could do jollof, you would siami, and you be daso. Yeah. Obeko Poko, I know, almost so ye, Yasanto, it's not quite kind of competition, much as we were paying for it at the time. But now government is subsidizing, and then the government is asking heads of institutions to manage it. These can be managed because at that level, school for no in Sasibe did schools nechi. What are those lands being used for? If right now you perceive a great business is mukena, those lands must be utilized because you was school, students say you are Greek.
It's eventually the buying for.
Abaying for
and school nimfua
in Sasini the whole school nimfua because schools students say are Greek omo access to lands are omo agriculture engineering practices. And if we as an institution decides that ye trust us we are there at all send be at the right time that is a purpose a serving they are serving if in terms of expansion and as we can look at it, but in the interim schools must look at how they can build those and even some of the students because here in curriculum activities so some of the students can even help in building these agricultural sectors within the various institutions. And I think so with that the bit me aboa ema yetimi edi akoyenim. I'm also looking forward to the Women's Bank, and the Women's Bank, that is where my concern with having the dialogue with these women are. If we want to set up the Women's Bank, we can have even a startup capital from some of these women on the market.
Wow.
Already.
If
we make them stakeholders,
okay,
relevant stakeholders, give them premium customer service, and they'll bring their monies there to the banks. And travel over across the country.
And make
them stakeholders. Because this is a women's bank, entirely women. And trust me, the women have money. A lot of women have money in this country. Because the way market system need the way a man is you ask yourself, say they be ano. And the man so that's right. Where did they get the money? Until yenhwe kwan ebefa so ayebekwa apro sene finance minister wahya no enye makola nkwa ukotechi mana yo market kese o ukosunyane yo market central market kotokraba yo market ho. How well are we engaging these women? We should set these banks close to the market centers. That should be our topmost priority, to set these banks even if we can even afford setting it inside the marketer, I think say it will be the best.
Okay.
And when we do that, it will be easily accessible, and then some of the women can have, and we should have top-notch customer service executives. Because oko banks are, and the banks no do na afama ewo banks ni ma omutimi kwa bontin ni mema kwa kasa se de be obudi omusika beden epepa. We should also have people, customer service executives. If it is a mema bia omuye expert in those areas, we should bring them, because the policy says say a man kwa na be ejuma wo, but we have men who have experience in the area of trying to address or trying to approach women and negotiating with them on cash.
Okay.
To invest in the banks.
Eba yesika semo na kase mpa boni bi ete die ene bosia bo bebreba mo sa beda ne ka wo yeso to the sense ye bo amanani ani asan bo bi enso wo ye memu na beda ne ka wo yeso mi utie enra Dr. Kasiela to for mami ko to no ne nsemi okan wo say what we can do is to put together a framework where there will be a stable exchange rate, stable inflation, and a stable economy. And others say, and also story this was say he further emphasized government's commitment to reduce domestic borrowing, ensuring that more financial resources are made available to the private sector. And how do you see it work?
You see, making resources available to private sector.
To the private sector.
Okay.
Can I say more economic dialogue? No. And penifone about you made na say economy no way no be too mpoa yema private sector no which kofa pensioner ka say engine of the growth no yema no ni animu eti eno no. How do you see aban no sika what they support private sector no? How do you see it work in our situation?
You see, private sector no, we've done a lot of collaboration with private sectors in the past, but you ask yourself, say privatization no ediakosi. Don't some of these people get selfish at a point? You understand? So if we want to go back to privatization now, we need to sit down and we need to have a roadmap. The blueprint must be very clear, so that it's not like the sikane koma private sector no ni area ya san yi afechire asa akwa.
Wow.
There's no way we can see growth in the economy.
I don't know who watches the watchman.
The finance minister is watching everybody. The finance minister, no, he's watching everybody. When Mr. Arno was speaking, talking about maybe a question on state enterprises and how they can, improve their IGFs.
That's right.
Internal generation funds. No?
So
yes, and why? I didn't think I was a banner. And these are private, appointed individuals from various, governments.
That's right.
And you see, and now when we are appointment, be not a bit more careful. Your appointment na akosi say. But you see, if our leadership will be able to explain why certain people must be held or certain people must be given certain rules to play, I think say to me buying, to me holding a state enterprises no. Oh yes. No, you see, it's a way. It's a dialogue. We are having an economic dialogue.
Yeah.
We've had the educational forum. These are dialogues. You see, when you are doing something, that's a nipana only omoya ade na omoya stakeholders no. If you don't involve them, that's where you see the clashes. You always need to let the people understand every decision that you make, and then these decisions are being made towards their own advancement. If I am entitled to something, and then I don't even deserve it at this point, so I also owe that right. Say you talk to me or have a discussion with me about it, and when that discussion is able to sink, then I have the boldness to also even support with the little knowledge that I have.
Okay.
But when you are being just ruled out completely, it creates some kind of anger in you. And that anger, no, it culminates into a lot of things. In the American, say, state enterprises, no, it's all about people, putting people with expertise, and managing. And now, under the complete management of the finance minister, to be able to help them to internally generate funds, he's able to guide them. Send a doctor, or say, everyone must be given a KPI that will come with sanctions.
Yeah.
And
in fact, Mama can also say economic dialogue near course one. Or same way, so can say, and only at the IM
thank you.
Because can anyhow.
There should be KPIs. So you have a KPI, say, okay, to say send a bank see or mukwa I was over every monthly review meetings the ebusa oko is kase na nya menya say okay your man next month 3 months time now onam kwasu kofi.
Wow.
3 months time onam kwasu kofi because I was say with me meeting with target. So when meeting with target then I say you are causing financial loss to the state. Because if I'm an appointed executive to a state enterprise, now my main aim no and say yentua me kabo so me na me nkonko tena fee. Na say time me pen am bedjuma. Nipa kwa etwa me ho ahia kwa and I don't even know who are the staff.
Wow.
Obu honoma or a leader of a state enterprise. And so onim even the people nipa na omuni omuye the regional level the staff that even work the organogram that works under the regional onim.
And what you
understand? You must know every single individual. The last time I was telling someone, I said, when you come to my constituency as a women organizer, I know every women organizer of my constituency.
Wow.
Every woman organizer, and I know what each and every one of them can.
I know you deliberately.
You see, Mimi Diano, and say, if you want to manage something, you need to know what you are managing. You need to know what you are managing. It's called technical know-how. If you don't have that technicality revolving around the people you work with, it will give you a lot of problems because there are certain people that needs to fall within certain categories based on their behavioral traits, characteristics, temperament, confidence, pragmatism, diligence. You need to know all of these things. And if you don't know them, how will you know? Each and every branch woman organizer in my constituency, unless they make a campaign, they feel me wrong, I know OBFE. I now some tuna minim said this is where I'm going. Near where Tumpo Ebefre, I think a few of them relocated, but they didn't I haven't been there. But even with that, we are in contact. And if I want to know, I can go ahead. You need to know the organogram out the year, When you know the organogram, it helps you to know every single loophole. It even helps you to have assets because some of the leaders don't communicate widely. You delegate the powers, but you need to have a wider communication so that every single step of the way, every single organogram at every regional level, you have a team that you are constantly keeping in touch with. You have someone that is also being, watched by the next person. And then that one will help you to always have things done in the proper perspective. Because every no region how I always see a generative fans. A region specific. And see idea be a Accra no. Means me Kumasi Western North and as a Kumasi. And at the mayor your friend is saying a central region. No. It will not be applicable OT region.
That's right.
You understand? So even the various sectors, if you are a CEO, the country in its entirety, you even need to know the country. And know what economic provisions or economic advancement in terms of your friends say Niama almost here the Edeba or minor.
Wow.
So you see, for me, I think chra dealing in ana can about a friend saying be ready budget. Let's educate our people. We should get to the point where even budgets na can brofumu, but share information. Department translate it quickly. By now, my area, by now, can translate it to about 20 languages.
Born a tough now
radio stations, boss, I bought to Musa. It's na ama so na yanke kotie naka twi de nemu ewe nemu we nemu anti ema obi aiden etino hwase. But wanye ni saa na se mpempi no na propaganda foi.
Amadi afem.
Omutu nhusie.
To say back way, ye sick as him ya, I'm going to say, a buying so say a twojin giant, what baby ye free. Propaganda back be on 2 minutes. Okay, so we ye free any year. 11 also. I no a boy ma ultimate the year Independence Day celebration also and also and they are asking questions like so we 11 free wa sikan kai no kwenye free. As if say E-levy don't want yedi pesca or memo.
E-levy bada bang.
Somewhere in 2019.
29, I think 2021.
2021, yeah.
2021 E-levy bada.
After COVID, yeah.
After COVID.
Yeah.
2021. Into before 2021, Ghana ye bibi anenye. Before 2021, the nation was in motion. Even in 2016, when 2014 to 2016, when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama built the Kotograba market, see KJTR market, see E-blocks over 34 E-blocks on my way see na E-levy sikana odi you see it's intermake can say whilst we are doing economic dialogues now we see a town hall meetings every regional minister be fan to no so say ade bia ye on at the national level no they will replicate it in their regions.
Wow.
And call for town hall and have discussion. You see, when we don't educate our people and let them understand the issues as it is written in English language, in a language that they will understand, we always have problems. We always have to go back and forth. That is every day that the people are agitating, but they're agitating on the very things that we have talked about already.
So be specific on the budget now you're presenting on. And
town hall meetings, town hall engagements. It doesn't cost anything.
Is that a good venture?
It's a good venture. You're on sorry, they are ready. There are churches that gives their premises to us. And we have churches that can help us to do these things. We have, you see, it's all about planning. It's about planning. The regional minister also has a group of people who work under her. The assembly and municipals are under the regional minister. So it's a matter of disseminating information. So is still regional. If you go to Krobo, we know that we have a town hall meeting that is addressing issues in Krobo. If you go to Afan Plains, there were issues so addressing in Akan. Call some other sectors, T region, your languages or your farm different languages or we are addressing them. It doesn't take much time. Once the structures that are in place are being, given their responsibilities, they go there and then they execute it to perfection. You understand? So I think that we need to do more of sensitization with our people. We need to let the people understand the policies that we are bringing to them. We need to also let them understand their role. When we were talking to the economists, he spoke about the certain taxes that only a few people pay. And until say E-levy but if you look at E-levy, it was as a result of COVID-19. And he says, can we be the economy? And they had to now come to us. We're stakeholders, but as stakeholders, what Jimmy Sika? But you couldn't give back to me. That's the problem that I'm talking about. The E-levy must be scrapped because without the E-levy, we'll still survive. That E-levy now a free honor, and no yet to say or how a war individuals so. And I say I'm Timaimo 4. Yes, how never Timaimo 4 so. Na otimemuni sikana onunya free editor mobile money wallet no so now the business no then we can now put regulations in place obetime to tax on the business now when we do that it helps that person to become a responsible citizen and also pay taxes to be able to help us to generate revenue at the assembly level as well. Because you see, a municipal bet na hona afibia na se bosumi bia na aban disika koma municipal so fanye adwuma. Aden IGF low. Aden tin na low. Into London property taxes na aden na yetua no. Aden tin na yenje. Ebi ntua obo ha for 20 years on tua land property tax da.
Aden tra.
Because you need we don't have the human resource to go to them.
Wow.
They are sitting at the assembly.
It's resetting. I will say free one now.
I will say free honor. The resetting is starting from the base. It's a bottom-up approach. We can't do it from top to down. We have to do it a bottom-up.
Yeah.
Send a beya nipa no grounds and or we see the fear or timu. Also to tax no. The person must have a reason or an understanding of why those taxes are being paid, and they should also see what the money is being used for.
How would we see?
Road, see a beya.
Okay.
And sana yebeshe sanitation in semne aka. Schools ne wo hono mu yebehwe ne ehyimu na. Renovation bi wo ho se koso. And sana be se community centers bi kwa na be sisi wo hono mu ase na be betimi ama se nipa no ye yiye kwa na nya fe no current event center. Mi kro mu mitua property tax. Enso me ye eyiye na me hia nipa be 500 mama ba me nya ba bia na makwa. Community centers na we hin sisi. Isi akọ outskirts of Accra na community centers.
This is Sikana Mitriani Faneko.
Sikana Faneko. But me who says Sikana Mitriano, Minya son faso, because your center, and as information center be a sebia, me baby gira, met me a co, no met me a koya announcement at a very small fee. I met me announcement ako. And I say be a me bola, I babe fan every 2 days be a near babe fan me bola echo. And I say be a me pay access to any facility NHIS ne any monkey can who I walk on me quiet me renewal be and I say bibia ning na menya accessor any difficulty mommy. Can we have a situation whereby an assembly or municipal a bit me about fee now I catalog e de abro wo fie e kwan a obefaswa ubeti municipal ni dwumedi ase se na be betimi aboa na wo so wetimi ayetimi muni a ye ka se tua wa taxes a betimi tua na ye bibisa. How well are assembly people working? Assembly for no more den. What is the municipal engaging them for? Some of them are doing well, but majority of them no so no matiada. E no madane omo ho langards. E na for kiosk kosi ha no onya nice lady baako no oja and then International Women's Day ya kan ho asemi. No aye ne nyadoa. No de na akọ kiosk baby dinasi. New assemblyman ba no abetu sister na den. Meanwhile, we could have done Sadiano in a proper way. I can bet my generative fans hiding at the assembly. No, and you know, as ye cost why ye perceive ye MCs no. I think say MCs no to one I was almost share. Send a bay ye see because penny and them C4 no. Any MCs, any DCs at the various levels. And you know, most of them, and yes, most of them, all of them must be called to a forum for them to understand the manifesto into details. Was a manifesto no in their language of choice because MCB or hon mammy sure say you be MCB or hon maybe not on take a brofo to details I'll bet manifesto na say. So MC, you know, I was say man education on the manifesto to understand what His Excellency John the Mahama's manifesto seeks to achieve at the municipal or the district level.
All right, I mean take advantage now. Maybe your phone lines, not me mama form room. Or changing our expectations ahead of the 2025 budget statement. Dr. Casiela Tuforsen ever presented. Number 0208984166 and a fenso 050000257. Dwabo Ase Power 97.9 and a fenso TV XYZ. Wabra ye be a phone line so Mr. Oba ya no adwom wo kasa fidie na no anasa kasa mfonyi no ano no Jumano Sarabeya, Yabeton K pa 020-898-4166 and at 050-000-0257. Oba Bodin baby a free na fe wako asem so and channel the obetum the attach o kaseria na wotimi and in channel attach to so oba no wako straight na yetimi and wakasa ofrefo di kan aba homan so numbers ni be 020-898-4166 and at 050-000-0257. Vic, Ubesha ni say finance minister bebo taxes for Froswana.
It's
would
possible.
You expect so bebo say you be trial two way and not two way?
It's expected. Say beka say be trial two. Na I think say ye two na nkasa no asem wo ho. Wo hwe first no na eto no na nke 17%.
Yeah.
And I'm some de COVID ne nema bi bekeka ho a eshutie. So I expect say bia it's possible say you be call to the old reforms no of our tax collection system no. And I say if there are going to be new taxes I'm sure say there are going to be taxes in specific areas of the economy. And you know I expect say money so.
Okay, first call about. Hello morning. Hello morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hello morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Tonka pa within baby of free.
Me Kasafi Madina pa.
Okay, man. Kobe yetio.
The way minister ne Kasan me pepper. But it's like I say omudi number big two. On say assembly for no look post the brew or the kabaho but I'm for Jesus canon. It's a ma or money yes canon and find it to Juma. It is like some platform bi na say nobody no who look to say the cost the bi o ma no ma assembly na information ma ti na ma nan ti nti kwa na nya assembly kwa say or aban the ma the say establish ORS no 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 It's like there's my information or information now go out. Almost all my investigation I share. I said, "Semana panic kind."
Okay,
it's true. One so far, one must be that look person. Very well. But can you individual kotopomo?
Very well. Me da say. Me da say. Pa yanko for so Victoria name and yene was say. Well, yeah, I also was gone. Constituency women's organizer. Edema NDC Amanyo Kono. Ye din komo ediafa man ema empeja ehonsem na fe so ye dia bewura ye 2025 budget no enoma ye hwe ni mu se honorable Dr. Kasiela to forsen edibetu ya wonso obrenie bra ba kire nia wo expect say obeti say ato forsen eka. Hello morning.
What?
Mr. Odina baby free. Na ye fro saying Jina ye ma me sere be ya wa homa no ye betima to nka ye kwaso ye tie o
mpacho budget na mpacho minister no mo dia na
what jina ye ma me why so betima san free bio e bebo pa 0208984166 and 050000257 honorable Dr. Kasiela to forsen atwe ne pen ne paper what office 8 ye hwe etimesra na assembly abeka bia no or jot ne down so be otna nyame ya do bia de wo kanu mpo no obetimi abo ede asem na etimi abo ye nyina de na we expect say Dr. to forsen ebeka. Hello morning.
Hello morning.
Bodi na baby free.
Ya free mo ngula na abel kuma central.
What for ye tie?
Yes, me mama no na no home na mum je me pese me kan say ye mama me kan ayampa akina ato forsen the 2 hours for every we use 4 hours we ka brofo no wi a wan san kan we twi no biante we no atan fanze no biante me ye nyina obi anya on da say yes propaganda for no e me so no ma kanta nti sa je ne mpe Mumma young boom and you support a city boom and you now. Omufa ngwasi na positions ah.
Meto ase, me da say say ngwasi asem no kan ono ketanso ne proye na amafo ani wo. Say ye bebu bodi ya cheche nkofo na ya gi ye sika bi akodi botobo na mo fi say Brahma wo position mo boss asem no so sa. To sense some the operation recover all the loot buy no. Na ka amafo hwe ni mo say ye bebu bodi ya cheche nkofo. People are still expecting. Me do bem was side no, but mamma the next column. Hello morning.
Morning.
Bodina baby free.
FM Rashid we free Collegono.
Rashid Collegono yetio.
Pacho I used to say your lighting system music here no. Meters na ye da ba no. Na ye campaign ye kasa for radio station dia ho be tiga ye kasa wo. This is ba power. Like this, look at the phone number. Obian can was saying, "Listen, a pushing a direct. That's it. Lighting, and pushing a direct. Here we can say we should kill them, but I always buy credit. 600 Ghana cedis every month. That's what the problem is. Let me think like 600 Ghana cedis. But why you come at all? Can be my.
Ebian so abeka radio issue. Ni nyina na ye adwuma na bom. So as here. Adio mama take advantage na menchira amanfo ade bi. So oba radio no so nye nsema wo de nsema wonnim no. Nye ni nyina na ye betima boss wo radio issue. So oba radio no so na nya akwanya se wo kasa. Wo so ubetima boa nkomo no by stating and normal wo susu se yen time kan wo se ye ka. Wo kan ye adwen ba so. Eti ho abenya se ye benya ho solution se wode no wode ni meter na sika ahodo a wode talk credit edi go so.
And I think that meter problem no.
Yeah.
E yade a ekoso. E wo meter bia ne se ne rane.
Yeah.
Enu so another issue a em say wo say chna no. Energy sector no. Ehwe ne ka ho asebe.
That's right.
Se ne be a generating of income from those particular areas no. Ye be hwe na ye ma ye nkofo na se timamufo no. Ye mfa burden into
also. Okay. Next call about mama Korenche. Hello morning. We din na baby free.
Pastor, me tell you now. We do not tell you.
But your first say
not coming.
Okay, yetio. Jomo kasa fidie no why?
No, because so because I'm there economy. Economy is I agree.
agree.
Lower radio set no ne kasa. What's the economy no? Ejina for agree con.
Yes, because the capacity can ever find Yamanu or the only tomatoes. And then Yassassin urban. Yassassin up in Yassamanu. And this woman, yes, and I see a double and almost me, and Mamma Brusu, the cock of Fadi. And I used to you. And I used to you. You was asking, and Yassassin and Punamami. But me, did tell you the send the money in your and then to try the cock of Cranyaman. And Kaha. And say, and agree is very important for the Ghanaians. It's very important. I'm buying the year you said the money. But crack. The Nina Jenny, okay. The fine your qua, no call your fine mom. Ah, then put me up with other marketing. Ah, market women must not put me talk. That's the young crack.
Yeah. Ebe hard dream. Me that say, we crowd also just say Kenya National Farm. Every region bia. State farm.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Reset Agenda Manifesto no.
Yeah.
Was stated say a farm bank.
Oh, okay.
At every district. And in the farm bank no, a bet they are attaching municipals no. And no, it's here for UTMia. Ma when you call wo MC and I say wo wo DC ben wo district assembly ben wo and I say wo municipal assembly ben wo if he says Sanche share no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama akano idea obey and I'm also expecting that in the budget as well. Say you betting honsem how that funding or send in Shishaya a farm bank no hobeko because say timi boa na farm bank ne koswa send na ye kano some of the institutions no SHS no a bit me fall on those farm banks no for a produce of media boy and you understand.
Okay, last one after you sorry so would you say budget way a budget who be here say Dr. Casilla to force in betray planya a buying a befaso said a beya and no matter do a crefree a man for marshal a to be way budget obey so and they make his statement now.
You see, budgets no me dear my friend ahoto budget. I dear me the budget no ahoto budget. The entire me kasa ahoto budget ne say we picked clues from the SONA. SONA na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebe kan ho asem no. We picked clues from it. One clue was say Obana agenda 111 no wabewi. Emma enu echi no kwa he even taxed the health minister say omudi free on far project in health ministry na omo hwe kon be fa so me provide $1.4 billion aka no e dia ma no we ye adwuma obi na hyase obi buy ne ai e-blocks one complete o complete ya nkenye senken kwa ne ko school no mo ko no day and boarding and ase omo ko no zero green card and yellow card nkomo ye ne saa nke bitimi aboma ni pa kwanim nti no ne me mesre ne say budget ne de Ghana for ehwe ni mu say e budget a e de ahoto ebebreen farm banki odeba 1 million codes program account so na nase I kire say odeba abehye eye mebununum kena 1 million codes program ne ade bia ebe yi youth no bebre free sa betting near manim enye say ebe close betting ni companies but the point is that our youth is about time see youth ni benya bibia den aye
it ye ka betting tax ni mu no na ye de opportunities eba e de amam mebunu na nya adwuma
de aye right you understand because this codes program no obi otimi twa bet edibia no okoye codes we na eno so betimi nya faso e de free mo enti no so na no said it all and I trust His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. He spoke about the National Women's Bank and then we know send makano si betimi aboa na etimi de akokọ market centers na e betimi aboa ma man e betimi de sika na iden akọ wano ni etimi nya sika de iden e de adane oman no enti no we are hopeful say ochina no Dr. Ato Forcing will do well with Ghanaians and I know that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's dream will come to a reality and by the next time I best anti budget bi no na te se Ghana for e wo asemde aye be kan e dia hye onyankopon twedi ampo en mo ai me chia me MP Honorable John Dumelo and na me man ni nyina ye was so gone all the women I was so gone mutimi and a Greater Accra Women's Wing ai ye ma me na shikayu the Queen Mother of as you see on the Deputy National School Feeding Coordinator you know
Which channel? Show presenters cap on Yapon. Wrap up, catch on say Yapon. Next program, your power mid morning.
Yo,
Nicholas. Wrap up, your
Yo, before and then send ye Jumedi no ekoye no. I metina kunya kesi ni kwame menka akunyum na metina ye. Na ye Jumedi no ebewe ye kramo. Na ye kramo no na chisi ye Jumedi a etwaso no ebremo. Enti no na ndasenne no ebesa ehia biom. Makrawo.